Lads.
Hello, welcome to episode 6 of the Goat Sessions. I've actually been asked to come in this week.
Yeah, thanks for coming back.
It's no problem. I went on a stint on loan.
I was Portugal.
You got out, you escaped.
My mum ended up writing an autobiography and selling it to everyone and making a shitload of money, so...
Have you seen any of that money in return?
Nah, I've just seen Portuguese men. I'm not going to take that any further. I'm not going to...
Show us on the eagle where they touched you.
Yeah, man. How's everyone been?
Yeah, so
Good.
Yeah.
Yourself?
chilling.
How was you were at the Eden Project, weren't you? The International Front for Paedophiles in the Cornwall area.
Yeah, it was good, yeah. There was a specific lack of people my age there.
Older or younger?
Mate, the average age there was probably about 95. And in the surrounding areas of Cornwall as well, which ain't, you know, I don't have a problem with that, but I kind of do.
I think if you can't afford to go to Spain or France, you're just going to go Cornwall, ain't you? It's your retirement plan.
I remember my old man saying when I was younger that like Cornwall's like the closest you can get to being abroad, but not going abroad. I went there and it was fucking shit.
Isn't Eastbourne like the most retirement place in the UK? Like all
Most tiring place in the UK. Fucking hell.
Eastbourne isn't great.
Nothing going on down there. It was nice, so don't get me wrong. It's better than fucking Tamworth, but like,
How dare you speak ill of our town
it's just,
with our rich history of pigs and
I don't know. We were sat in the pub and it was like,
And
The world's
pigs.
most famous ghost.
yeah.
we were sat in the pub and everyone in there just looked like they finished their fox hunt. Like it was honestly like that. So I just felt like it stuck out like a sore thumb. But the actual Eden Project was sick, man. It's really nice.
I've never been. I do want to go.
It's really, really cool. Really cool.
We all went out and got drunk for Fireworks night this weekend,
Yeah, yeah.
which was awful.
Spectacular.
Interesting.
It was very much a free event.
Yeah, it was like I got there just as the fireworks started, and trying
And
to
not
get
long
in,
before they ended.
Well, no, yeah, exactly, because it was like, oh fuck me, it was just ridiculous. There was so many fucking people there. By the time you were stood in front of a fucking firework, they were finished.
Yeah.
Not
It's
that
all
I was
Bond
like,
themed as well.
oh, I want to get fucking see some fucking
Yeah.
fireworks.
I brought sparklers and everything.
It was all Bond
Yeah.
themed. I didn't get the whole Bond.
Yeah,
thing,
all the
really.
music was like James Bond songs. And it's like,
It's cool though.
I still think that's
I like the
the
songs.
CD that the guy had in his car.
Yeah, the best
And
of
he
Bond.
he didn't plan anything else in advance. He was like, fuck, I've got to play Bond music.
It's like,
Even that is like, who did anyone sort out the live bands? It's like, yeah, John sorted out. John turns up with 5 limos. Shirley Bassey, Adele. Who else did fucking
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish? Jack White, he did one, didn't
Chris
he?
Cornell
Yeah,
did
Chris
one,
Cornell.
but he's dead now.
He was still there.
Is Shirley Bassey
Oh, was
still
he there?
alive?
Yeah, he was still there. Yeah.
Shirley Bassey's still alive.
Is she?
And the chick out of the no, not the Carpenters. Who did? My favourite Bond song is Carly Simon. She did Nobody Does It Better.
Basically, it was a star-studded
Oh,
event
what's
with
that
anyone
one?
that had ever done a song for a James
From Russia
Bond
with Love?
film.
No, it's from The Spy Who Loved Me. Because she says in the song, The Spy Who Loved Me.
That makes sense.
and they're like 30 Bond films.
I don't fucking know.
They should stop.
Something like that.
I mean,
You love
you,
them, don't
you
you?
can just not watch it.
You love them, don't
Fucking
you?
shit.
I do love the Bond films.
You love the Bond
Yeah, but
I
like,
had no fucking choice
I
because
never-
my brother would play a Bond film every fucking night from the moment I could see until the moment he moved out.
the thing is, I never get when everyone gets like upset about anything coming out or like a reboot or a remake or a sequel. Just don't watch it.
Yeah, I know, but I think that James Bond runs deeper than that, man.
Does it?
Yeah, it's just some white guy blowing shit up. We don't need more of that.
It is
Is
a
that
very
more-
nice.
I mean-
He's a bloke that has nice cars, drives all the women, has the all fucking snazzy things, saves the day, gets the girl with a bit of hassle, but he's always kind of like.
It's quite a lot of hassle.
you need the hassle for the narrative of the story to
but
perpetuate.
it is hassle, but at the same time,
That's his line of work, and he's chosen it.
yeah, and
He knows what he signed up for.
he always all throughout the hassle, he always comes across as like the best anyway.
Yeah, but
He never comes a cropper.
if I'd rather watch James Bond if he was just a rich guy driving Aston Martins around and shagging girls.
So Batman.
You want to watch Austin Powers?
Yeah, you want to watch Austin Powers.
yeah,
Which was essentially a parody of that anyway.
yeah. Of course it was.
Was
But,
it?
yeah,
Yeah, well,
Is it?
that's what it's
Yeah.
based off. I thought you were being
Has
genuine
anyone
then.
said In Like Flint?
What?
In Like Flint.
No.
No.
It's like a 60s spy. Austin Powers was based off like 60s Bond films and a film called In Like Flint.
Right, okay.
But In Like Flint is a lot more of him just being like walking into a room, be like, right, I'm here for 2 hours. How many of these do you reckon I can fuck?
Yeah.
Basically.
Are you watching porn? Is that what was happening?
No, it's a room full of puppies, wasn't it? It was a bit of a weird film.
Yeah, because like the Bourne series was kind of the same thing, and that's dope.
And Johnny
I,
English.
I quite like the Bond
I haven't
series.
seen. Oh, the first 3 are rad.
Yeah.
Like then they did the one with the Hawkeye,
Oh, what's his name?
Jeremy Renner,
Jeremy Renner.
and then they went back and did another Bourne one.
Yeah.
No, not a fan.
Not a fan. You don't watch films, so how do you know?
Because whenever they're on ITV2 at like 9 o'clock every night, I get a bit sick of them.
Turn the channel
I've
over.
never
Turn your
watched.
TV off.
Go to bed.
Go outside in the world.
I've never watched a Bourne film or a Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. Sorry, I was talking about fucking.
I mean,
What's his name?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. Which his best film is when he's supposed to be Spanish in Highlander.
yes.
Oh, hello. I'm fucking Spanish.
Adios.
I know it's about 12. I'm going to go for a siesta. So what the fuck is going on?
He is rad in that film.
It's amazing just to watch him.
And isn't he meant to be Indian in Indiana Jones?
No.
No, he's
He's,
Indiana Jones' dad.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
he's
what I'm
just
saying.
Scottish. I think
Is
he's
he
No,
Scottish?
yeah, he's just
Indian.
No,
Scottish.
but is he meant to be?
No.
All right, I'm just asking. I'm asking a
he
question.
is-
Jesus fucking Christ! I haven't watched
No.
that film since I was like 6.
He's Henry Jones Senior. That's why we find out in that film that Indiana's name is
First
not.
name.
He's not
Yeah,
Indiana
he named
because
him-
Indiana was the dog's
It was the
name.
dog.
So
I
I
can't
can't help
remember.
it.
And I've got them all. Like I need to watch them again.
Indiana Jones films are badass though.
Yeah, they're not the last one.
And then his son's called Henry as well.
Yeah.
They're making a new one as well, aren't they? They're making a 5th one.
Please
They've been
don't.
trying to make that for
Just don't
ages,
watch
but
it.
trying to get Harrison Ford to do anything.
Honestly,
imagine
don't watch it. It's
impossible.
really easy. Just don't watch it.
No, but the world doesn't need it though, do
Yeah,
does
but
it?
what does the world need? Does the world need
Nothing.
like 50,000 Harry Potter films? We've still fucking got them.
There's like
They are apparently doing another one.
another Harry Potter film.
Yeah,
No.
apparently
What?
they're doing like a live film of the Cursed Child because the actors that play.
I know we're not having another Harry Potter conversation
Wasn't that a
I'm down for it.
Wasn't that a live thing?
every fucking
Yeah,
week.
it was like a.
My fault for mentioning it.
They're doing a
I
live. film,
want to
apparently.
start a petition to change the name from. Is the second one the Chamber of Secrets?
Yeah.
I want to change the name to Harry Potter and the Shitter Snake.
You know,
Shit,
if the
a
first
snake.
one was called the Philosopher's Stone, but in America they called it the Sorcerer's Stone because I thought Americans couldn't say philosopher. True story.
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Philosopher.
philosopher.
Stone.
I did watch V for Vendetta again.
I was going to watch that last night.
I watched
but
it last night.
Watch Close Encounters of the third time.
The third time.
For the third time.
The third time.
Close Encounters for the third time.
Yeah, because our Halloween display kind of sucked.
Oh,
What?
The one we had in Tamworth.
I thought you were about the one fucking we did here. It's all right. Fuck
We
it.
didn't do one here.
Mate.
Well, just a Halloween.
Yeah.
I meant fireworks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
fuck
No.
up. My bad. My bad.
If I can take you back to the. Okay, we got new sounds, have we? Is that
No,
what
that's
I missed
been
last
there all
week?
It's always the same one.
Okay,
No.
sorry. I feel like I've been gone for ages.
I mean, you have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only been a week.
Fucking part timer.
Yeah.
I was going to take you back to the firework display.
You've missed 20% of our episodes.
I still listen to it though.
We've done 5. He wasn't here
Yeah,
for one
yeah,
of them.
Go on.
Good math.
Fireworks.
I think I've been like 3 times in my life to the Tamworth firework display, and every time I've been like, "Whoa,
I've been easily over 20, right?
is it what the fuck?"
I like events. I like free shit. I like going to. I'm.
Can you remember a few years ago? The last one I went to one was I must have gone because obviously you were the ones that dragged me down.
I'm
there
always
this
the one
year.
that drags you there.
But like, I think the last time I was dragged down there, it was like my mum, my uncle, family lot. I went down there, and a fire like mid display, a firework flew into the crowd.
No, I don't remember.
Can you not
that.
remember that?
No.
See, that sounds well exciting.
To be
Mate, it
fair-
was fucking brilliant.
As soon as the fireworks started, they were like, I'm pretty sure they brought those fireworks in like 1997 on discount, loads of them, right? And they're just like, just use the same ones.
You just
over
got to
and
use the
over.
fucking lot.
Yeah, because I swear they're the same ones in the same order every fucking time.
Yeah, of course they are.
I remember when I used to work at Drayton Manor theme park, and obviously like every sort of 1st November, or whatever. But yeah, they do a fireworks display, don't they?
Yeah.
And it's like a fucking massive thing. To be fair, like if you like fireworks, I'd say that one's better than the
I mean, it doesn't take much.
Well, like, it goes, if you like fireworks, it goes on for ages. If you fucking hate fireworks, it fucking goes on for ages.
right. Okay.
But, like, there was like, they'd done this new thing, so they kind of do it from the middle of the lake there, and they kind of, like, have this platform out in the lake. And the one year, they were, like, kind of setting up in the week before it. Obviously, when we finished work, it get quite dark. And they had this fucking big, like, spray of water, like a big fan of water, and then they were projecting stuff onto it,
Oh, okay.
right? And then to test it out, they just projected the face of the owner on it for 3 hours, and I was like, I remember being like, "Is that fucking staying there?
That's some level of narcissism.
That's
right
mental.
there.
That's fucking mental."
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
mad.
It
Yeah,
was
I
weird.
went to another one yesterday that was in Stratford, and that one was way better.
Mm.
It was-
I saw the size of the fire.
oh, the one, the picture.
Yeah,
yeah. Because
and that
it was
looked
very
fucking
close to a
badass.
tree as well.
Yeah,
Like-
Like, did they have a bonfire as well?
Yeah, they had a bonfire there as well, and then the fireworks went like an hour afterwards. But honestly, there's like a huge tree next to it, which I think they just hated and wanted to get rid of. So they're like, we'll just put a fire right next to it,
Yeah.
just like house sized, and hope a bit of wind catches it.
Yeah. Mint.
I don't think like anyone in Tamworth is trusted with fire. We've
No.
never had a bonfire.
No, I've seen there's a pub, the Old Crown. They used to do. I think you've been with us before. Yeah, it's up by where I live. It's by Wigginton Village.
Oh yeah, on the corner.
Yeah. They used to do really good fireworks and a bonfire there, and do like burger
they
vans
used
and
to,
shit
they
like
used to
that.
do a big bonfire at the manor house, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that was pretty fucking.
Suppose
I
the
think
manor
it's the
house.
kind of thing. If you went to if you go and like, do all the activities there as well, like get some scran from there and like go on a ride or something, and then see the fireworks, it's like more of an event. Whereas what we did was took beer down. I kept singing "Nothing But a Good Time" by Poison because it was stuck in my head.
Yeah.
To the point where your girlfriend, my best friend, wanted to kill me.
Yeah, I did as well.
I'll call the cab.
I think there's more than just the two of us.
Yeah, that's-
it's
yeah,
fucking
probably.
poison.
And then I was grinding on you for a while, and then realised our mate Mike was stood right behind me. He was just looking at us like, "Of course you're doing
With
that."
his like,
His kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you know what's mad about that? Mike had his kid and his missus there, and like me and you was just drinking beers and was smoking cigarettes, like just swearing and shit. And was looking behind, "You having a good time, bud?"
Yeah.
I shouldn't be around children. Just I haven't got the mouth for it.
I saw Mike.
That sounds so
earlier.
nice.
It always sounded bad if your brain is like morally corrupt.
What did you say? What did you say?
So they shouldn't be allowed.
I haven't got the mouth to be around children.
Where's the? How'd you go
Oh,
with the
God.
thing? Hang on.
What are you trying to do?
Right. What's on your mind, Mitch? What's on your mind? I've been playing with. What's on your mind, Mitch?
What the fuck
What's
is
on your
that?
mind, you
Fuck.
tiny mind? There you go. I've been working on jingles.
Jingles.
We got here.
Go on.
Well, we set up before you guys got here. So
Oh, okay.
That's funny. That's funny.
Go on then.
what's on your mind, Mitch?
Go on. What's on your mind, Mitch? What's on your mind?
For the audio listeners,
What's on your mind, Mitch?
I'm on the fucking.
What's
spot
on your
now, I
mind,
don't
you
know.
tiny mind?
Actually, yeah.
Go on,
if you're
Mitch.
listening on audio, you can't tell the difference that you did press the
yeah, 'cause
button.
Yeah, it's
there's a
press
button.
button.
There's a button on the soundboard that Jenks
Yeah.
recorded that. The "What's on your mind" thing.
I'm gonna start like
I tell you what's
not
on my mind.
harmonising with it. Go
I
on.
think I need more fucking
It's properly
volume
tailored
on my
to Mitch as
microphone. 'cause
well.
I can't hear shit.
Yeah. Do you want some of this? I can hear you quite well, honestly.
I can't hear. I don't know if it's the microphone on my
I
headphones.
think it's your headphones.
Yeah,
Is it mine?
might be. The levels are fine.
It's got too much coming.
You're right. Anyway,
What? I'm leaving that one.
That was on my mind.
That was what's you got too much coming in your ears. That's what's on your mind.
I will make better jingles.
You need
I
some
do want to make
music
some better
behind them.
jingles. Yeah.
We should point out Alfie made our intro.
Yeah, in about 10 minutes.
Really,
Yeah.
you can tell. No,
Yeah,
I'm joking.
you can tell.
It's
That's
good.
the whole point.
I enjoy it.
I like it. It is very.
Recorded the vocals in bonds on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
last
Yeah, it's true.
orders.
Yeah, that was true. That's
I'd love
what
it if it
happened.
caught the bell. Yeah.
Just one of
Ding,
them.
ding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Anyway, I wrote some topics down on my phone throughout the week because I missed last week. So I thought I need to make up for it by having some shit on my mind
Where's your phone?
in my pocket.
Okay. I thought
How many topics?
I've got quite a few topics, but
Okay,
they're,
right.
they're quite niche though.
we'll power through them.
Well, I've got another jingle for you.
Okay, go on then.
Trevor Nelson's Tiger. It's Alfie's top 10 of the week.
Oh my fucking god!
There you go.
That is sick. I like that.
What the? Okay, I didn't tell anyone that I had anything written down.
We all we're in sync. Not in sync.
Yeah, we're not
In
in sync.
sync.
That's great.
Could
Okay,
be
so
NSYNC.
Although we
Could be
do have the
NSYNC.
moves.
Okay, so one of them's really heinous.
Okay.
Oh, good.
It's good. Let's start with that one.
let's end with that one. I needed to bring up a topic from last week. I did have it on in the van. I am an audio listener throughout work, and at the end of the episode, you brought up my fucking hand size, which really pissed me off because I have normal sized hands
For a tiny person.
I'm 6'3".
Yeah, but you've got tiny people's hands.
Five.
You're not, wait. I'm 6'3". You are not my height.
Okay, so what happened was I was in Ankerside car park riding my skateboard, and I went, I don't know how tall I am, so I got the Apple measure app out, put one bit on my bottom of my foot, one bit on my head, and it said I was 6'3".
You still on your skateboard?
So am I 7'9"? Like, how's this work? Because you are significantly smaller than me.
I think it said that Taylor was like 4'5" as well.
Really?
So, but I'm taking it. I'm 5'11".
I did take a photo on Friday. We went to see our mate Watson play a gig, and on the train you were drinking a tiny bottle of Jack Daniels, and I immediately said, "Are you drinking that to make your hands look bigger?"
So I got the Giant drinking that can.
Yes.
So I made sure I got a photo of it.
Yeah, so fuck you lot for slandering my tiny. They're not tiny. They're normal sized. I'm 5'11". No, we ain't doing that.
Do it.
No, we're not.
Do it.
Because you are a big guy.
Pick a smaller guy.
For the audio listeners, there's a hand challenge.
There is a hand challenge going
I'm
on.
not doing that.
There's a kind of,
I just need to say
it's a little bit like the O.J. Simpson's court thing.
If the glove doesn't fit,
he must
you
have
must
quit.
Fuck,
What are you trying to do?
I just want to see the
Fucking
levels. Okay, so my other one was let me just get my phone. Oh no, I don't need it actually. So there's a.
Was that it on the hand thing?
Well, yeah, I was just wanting to verbalise the fact that I was pissed off at it.
Your disdain for us saying
Yeah.
about your small hands.
It's the fact
The
that
tiny,
you
tiny,
ended the
tiny
fucking
hands.
podcast with it. That was like the headline act of the podcast.
It
We were
was-
talking
I mean,
about my fucking hands.
That's not how these conversations work. If it is, just skip ahead every time.
Because
for the
that's
last
why I'm
10
leaving the
minutes.
really fucking horrible one for last.
Oh, okay then.
Okay, so the second thing was I've been listening to a lot of black metal music lately. Don't know why. I think the face paint from the Halloween episode has really kicked my black metal ass and put me into gear. So I found this website called Rate Your Music or something like that, and it's basically a checker to whether see the black metal bands that you listen to are Nazis or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you like type in a name.
That's
and
fucking
that is
handy,
good
that
actually,
is.
yeah.
You type in a name and it shows you on a scale of how fucking right wing they are.
Is it just black metal or is it all
No, there's a
music?
lot.
It's not.
There's
It's
a
not black. Look, oh, I don't know. That was strange. I don't want that to be like a racist thing. I meant one way or the other, but it's not a black and white answer. it's like
I see
how
what you
racist
prefaced-
out of 10.
I see
No,
why
okay.
you prefaced that with an explanation then.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna this is going to like a serious place now because the way that they do it is through. So they have like a scale of really Nazi or not at all, and it's called NSBM, Nazi Satanist Black Metal. And it's on the scale of what NSBM band you are. And I typed one, I can't remember who it was, 13, 14 or something like that, and it was like slightly, and I was like, okay. But then for the ones that are like full Nazis, they just put a picture of a swastika next to their name.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was like, that's like, but it's like, you know, the alt codes on a computer
Yeah.
where it's just like you'd like get like a smiley face. It's like a Windows little smiley face. It was like the swastika version of that, so it fit in with the text.
What's your cut-off point on the Nazi scale?
No, I don't have any. Fucking, if you have any kind of slither.
Okay, that's good. That's what I'm checking.
No,
So if
but-
they're like slightly Nazi, not like it's all right. Just
Well-
don't listen to track 7.
But what pissed me off was, what actually pissed me off was the website couldn't just write, yeah, far right. No, they had to put a fucking swastika on the website. So it's like all of them say, no Nazi.
Or just a tick to say
yeah,
this
like,
is.
look,
Yeah.
but no, but all
All
of them.
like a scale of 1 to 10.
No, but all of them said like, okay, fairly okay, swastika. Like there was all words apart
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the one that wasn't.
That's
and it was
almost like they're
just a picture-
trying
There
to-
was none
Yeah.
that were like not at all.
No, yeah, but the ones that were not at all, it was just a picture of
That should
swastika.
be a thing. Like with all music, you should have like a website where
They
you can be
weren't
like,
racist at
are they
all.
paedophile, were they homophobic, are they sexist, they beat their wives up, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Hang on, I just want to get what
But
what
there'd
was
be
the
no-
symbol
the
if they
only
weren't
thing left-
racist?
No, it weren't a symbol. The only symbol that they used was a swastika to say that they
To
weren't.
signify
to
that
say
they weren't
racist.
They were.
Yeah, but
So
if they
what-
weren't, it was like, no, they're okay.
Okay.
But, like,
Oh, right, okay,
all
I
of
got
them
you.
were words on the key at the top of the website. It was like all of the words, and then it was just swastika at the
I
top.
love how now someone ever like is having a conversation with Alfie about black metal and they mention a band, he'll be like, 1 second.
You have to with black metal. You
Swastika,
really
I can't
have
listen to
to. You
them.
have to. It's so fucked.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't listen to black metal.
I think you can get a bit. It's a bit shit. I mean, I did say the other week about Nazi punk bands. I've never heard. To be fair, I think I don't know. It must be something about being a fucking moron Nazi cunt that means you can't write a good song. But I've never heard a Screwdriver song and thought, it's
Oh, it's
a
a
banger.
banger, yeah.
Who was
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
And
but
then
you
checked
have-
them out and be like, oh, fuck, it's Screwdriver.
Yeah.
I've always heard them, but like, what the fuck is this? This is rank. And then it's like, oh, of course it's Screwdriver.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm like that
you
with
were-
5 Finger
you-
Death Punch.
You have a fucking Mayhem t-shirt though.
Yeah.
You have a Mayhem t-shirt.
I know, yeah.
What are they?
Which are the fucking Nazi Satanist.
Oh, are
band.
they really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that.
dude, all of them were.
I don't know.
But the
I've got a t-shirt now, though, haven't
I've got
I?
a t-shirt now, though, mate.
I've committed.
Bit late.
what's the bass player's name?
Oh, like I've already signed up to the Nazi regime. I didn't know they were racist. I've done the paperwork. I've got my fucking membership card. I've got my sticker in my car.
Are they
Necro
racist?
Butcher.
Are they racist?
Necro Butcher.
Necro Butcher.
is the only founding member that's still in the band.
Yeah.
He was like outed fucking years ago.
Was he?
Yeah, and fucking what's his name? Count.
Krishna.
Krishna.
Count
You
Rishna?
found this information
Large
during.
Trevor Nelson's Tiger. It's Alfie's top 10 of the week.
Okay, so I'm going to go on to another topic now.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry for taking over, but I just missed out.
No,
on
no,
what-
it's
It's
all
all
right.
right, mate.
I
It's all
missed the limelight for a week, so now it's the Alfie show.
Yeah.
Featuring.
So
Fucking dickhead.
this is a real fucking horrible thing to talk about.
Is this the last one?
No,
Oh.
the last one's quite funny, but horrible funny. This one's really horrible. So I don't know if you know, like, was it Saturday night? Travis Scott did the AstroWorld Festival.
Yeah, and
In Houston. 8 people died, and like multiple people were fucking seriously injured from like the security letting in too many people, and it was just getting crushed, and all sorts was happening. It's fucking
I saw something about that and didn't know what it was.
yeah.
I
So
was like,
So I've seen
doing some
videos
research
of it,
and
and it's
read up.
like we've all been to gigs and been like, "Fucking, oh god, I can't move." People literally died. That's how fucking bad this was.
Well, it's happened it's happened a few times.
Yeah, it
isn't
happened
it?
at
But it's-
Roysoft in Denmark, and 9 people died while Pearl Jam were playing like 2001 or something.
It's the other things that have gone along with it, and the like complete lack of fucking nobody really gives a shit. Travis Scott put a statement on Instagram that was
I
like
saw his
3
statement.
lines.
Well,
on it,
his
and-
statement was clearly a lawyer-written statement.
but it's awful. It's on fucking iPhone notes. I feel like if you're gonna make a statement, then don't fucking screenshot
Yeah.
something that you've wrote down and put it on Twitter. Like actually fucking do something about it. But no. But all the other shit that was going on, like, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way or anything. Like it's a fucking horrible thing that's happened. But a lot of people are linking it to the Illuminati and the satanic
I
cult,
saw that.
and it's so interesting.
It's bullshit.
Mm.
Okay, let's get into this.
Okay, so the festival starts with a burning dove, which is the Illuminati symbol for sacrifice, is a burning dove. And that's what
Oh,
it starts
shit.
out like. The stage,
Have you just?
I've never been. I've tried. Oh, I have tried, but I've never been able to catch a dove, and then I've caught one, but I've never been
it's
able
just
to
Did it cry?
successfully
It's just
dip
symbolism.
it in
did it
petrol.
cry?
Huh?
Did it cry?
It did when I was trying to set it on fire.
And then did you know what it sounded like when doves cry?
Yeah, Prince. Sounded like Prince.
Sounded like
Yeah,
Prince.
it's not-
But I want to start this out by saying, fucking Travis Scott's new album, I think, is called Dystopia, and it's all meant to be about like. the
Right, I'll
fucking-
put visuals up for the watchers of the stage set up with the things that were meant to be satanic on there. 'Cause
Yeah, so
with
I
his
think-
t-shirt, there was a tunnel.
Yeah, there's a tunnel. His mouth, like if AstroWorld the album, the front cover of it is his mouth open with people walking into his mouth, and it's like just a big picture of his head. So that
But
was the entrance. To
Have
the
you not
festival.
thought that he's just playing into
Yeah,
the
100% he is.
imagery?
But it's so weird how it all.
Because now
links up.
people are like, it was sacrifices and shit.
Yeah, because there was a video of a literal girl on the floor dying, and loads of people standing around her, and he's just standing on the stage singing at her, like not blinking his eyes, nothing, just singing at this chick on the floor.
I haven't seen it before.
Dude, it's some of it's fucking horrendous, man. And but there's a load of like weird satanic.
Do you believe in the Illuminati?
Yeah, 100%. I don't think they're called the Illuminati, but there's definitely an upper elite of people that can control everything. And
Okay,
I feel
that
like,
was
I
my
feel like
follow-up
if you
question.
don't believe that, then you're a bit of a dickhead.
No, but like to the weight of control, I guess is my question. So even if there is a secret society of sorts,
There's multiple.
okay, which was going to be my next statement, do you believe they actually have any influence or any?
Yeah, they run the world, man.
Okay.
So I have a friend.
Oh, Beyonce led me to believe it was girls.
Well, that was
Just
funny.
saying.
And Whitney Houston says she's every woman, so technically Whitney Houston ran the world.
So I have a friend who's
She's all of them.
Shit.
She said, "I'm every woman. It's all in me.
I only see one woman in
Anything
the room.
you want done, baby." I don't know the rest of it.
That's good.
Thank you. But I don't know the rest of it.
I have a friend who's someone in their family, some weird pedo man in their family, is a member of the Freemasons and is really high up in the Freemasons.
I know someone who's in the Freemasons.
And they're all set for life. The whole
Yeah.
family, they can get through a court system easy as fuck. Anything that they do,
Mine
they're
isn't like the one I know isn't high up particularly.
Yeah,
It's
see,
just
like bare high up in the fucking Freemasons, like. and their whole family's just fucking mint. And like the people that don't associate with that person, minted, not necessarily rich, but like they don't have to worry about nothing.
Right. Okay.
Like, they can fucking get a job, or if they're gonna get arrested, they'll just get it.
How do we get him?
You don't. You probably have to shag kids or something.
I don't want to do that.
I feel like every kind of
It's not worth it.
every kind of cult or satanic thing that's in the upper elite, it always boils back to shagging kids.
So maybe the Illuminati is just a front to be able to shag kids.
Well, it definitely is.
At the Eden Project.
At the Eden Project, of course.
No, but
Maybe you're in. Are you in? Is that what happened last week? Did you have your initiation?
I did have my COVID jab today, and I'm fucking kids. I can't say that.
Yeah, you really can't say that.
No, I did.
We had such an uncontroversial episode last week.
No, I don't mean that.
It was a tame episode last
It
week.
really
It was really
was.
nice, and now Alfie's back. It's like, here we go.
It's like fucking kids.
I look into that kind of stuff all the time. It really interests me because I know that it's real. Like, and I really do. Like, and I do believe that there's like the government that you vote for have no say in anything. There's an upper elite of people that control the royal family, or the royal family are in on it.
I disagree with that.
100%.
Don't you think? I mean, given the past year and a half of, especially like this country and everything that's happened, there is definitely like a path that's taken that wouldn't have taken had another party been in.
Nah.
I mean, there is.
Maybe, but I still think that there's no say. They're just puppet. There's a puppet master.
No, I mean that was one thing Bill Hicks always used to say.
There's multiple puppet masters, and politicians are just
like
the face.
the movie, The Puppet Master.
No, have you seen Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah,
That?
yeah, because that's about that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because there was because I know the Rothschilds are meant to be like the
I think there's people above the Rothschilds.
because it's them, the Rockefellers. Because like David Rockefeller had like 7 heart transplants.
Yeah.
And then basically just run out of kids.
Well,
And then died.
this is another thing, right? I don't mean to get into the whole conspiracy
This
thing.
is legit a thing.
But so you look at what happened with Epstein and the island, and his black book has like every celebrity that you've
I
ever
don't know
known.
that much about Epstein.
Yeah, so so you know that he had this private island.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jeffrey Epstein and like Jimmy Savile and these like historic sex offenders weren't only fucking kids themselves, but they were procurer of children for the rich and the famous.
So creating events and
yeah, so
circumstances
they
where
was
you
the
can
ones
just go
saying,
and-
we've got all these kids, let's have a big party, and all these upper elite people.
Yeah, because isn't
come and
there
shag all these
Bohemian Grove is the place with like the big owl
Mate,
and the
that's a real thing as well. Like,
Yeah, I know Bohemian Grove's a real thing because
it's
that wasn't
fucking
it.
crazy.
Yeah, but like the fact that it was Alex Jones. Do you know about this? So Bohemian Grove's
Not
a
a lot,
place in
no.
California. It's like about an hour and a half out of LA, and they have these like Illuminati
do it once a
parties.
year.
Yeah,
So all the politicians and all the upper elite go dressed up, and they burn a big owl in the middle of the woods and do all these
like
crazy
an effigy of
rituals.
an owl.
Was it you who told me something about burning an owl the other day?
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
okay. I didn't realise
but-
it was the same thing.
Everyone thought it was fake. And, look, there's this thing where it's like there's places in the world where you can't take photos of like Area 51 and that, but people have flown drones over and took photos, and someone got into Bohemian Grove and took.
It was
one
Alex
photo.
Jones.
Was it?
Yeah,
I fucking hate Alex Jones.
That's what I'm saying. The credibility of it is immediately in question because
Yeah.
it's fucking Alex Jones.
Yeah, I know, but
fucking
I
Alex
think
Jones.
Alex Jones is like he runs like InfoWars. It's like a channel.
it's all right wing as fuck, and
it's
it's like
Insanely right wing.
he says that like the Sandy Hill massacre was like fake and stuff.
He
like
says
that.
that toads make you gay.
Yeah, he's
Was it toads or frogs?
something like he's just a fucking twat. But
So nothing's really credible.
Yeah, he's
what
been
he
on
says.
Joe Rogan. Like, he's really good friends with Joe Rogan. He's been on a few times now. The problem is he'll hit you with 2 truths and a lie. Initially, and then it just goes more and more bullshit. And the
Yeah,
problem is
yeah.
because he's got credibility in some of the things he says, you question the other things he says. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
I tell you something, it's like, well, I know that, so that's a fact, and I tell you something else. Oh, I know that, that's a fact, and I tell you something else that you don't know. You're like, well, the other 2 are facts.
Yeah.
So and that's his process. He's very like methodical about the way he does it, but it is very.
there's another thing that I'd seen a psychologist talking about, and how stupid people will always talk really fast and say big words, and it makes you think that they're really intelligent.
I do that.
That's why everyone. That's why if you watch any Ben Shapiro interview,
Fucking hate Ben Shapiro.
he'll talk so fast
He's
and
a
say
devil.
big words, and he won't give you a chance to think.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
Yeah, there is like at the moment there's Tim Pool, Jordan Peterson, and Ben Shapiro.
knobheads,
Who are just honestly the worst fucking human beings. And the worst thing is they have a platform. And there are so many, especially Jordan Peterson, because Jordan Peterson's like, he's got degrees, he's like a doctor of psychology, I think.
Yeah, and little white boys cream themselves.
Yeah,
over
and
as
like,
well,
because his narrative is essentially that men need to take power back because like we live in a world where males have been demasculinized or whatever. So his whole thing is that like you shouldn't question your masculinity, you should empower yourself and stuff like that. But it is just absolute fucking fragile
Bullshit.
masculinity bullshit.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the Rockefeller heart transplant thing, because the whole Epstein Island, on the surface, it was Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were taking kids to this island and fucking doing what trafficking them and stuff.
strangely this week, I somehow fell down like a bit of a YouTube hole of like people analysing body language experts analysing celebrities that have been accused of things and stuff like that, and all kinds of allegations. And one of them, I watched a couple on, or a few on, were Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
And he's just like, you honest to God,
he doesn't sweat. Well,
He doesn't sweat.
Have you not seen that?
No, with people like that, with the Epstein thing, with the Prince Andrew thing, I don't really invest my time in it.
It's hard because you end up just fucking.
That's what I think. Even the Michael Jackson stuff. I think when it comes to like kids and stuff like that, I haven't got the capacity to process it properly.
You don't want to sit and listen to that shit.
Yeah, dude. Like I watched the R. Kelly thing when that came out, and it like genuinely is fucking horrific.
You're killing me with this shit,
right? Yeah. But like, if you watch the documentary, like when it came out on Netflix, I watched it just out of curiosity. Yeah. And like. That's why I didn't watch that shit. I think we were talking about serial killers like last week or the week before. Yeah. It's the same thing. I'm just like, I have no desire to understand the mentality behind those kinds of people. Just fucking burn them.
Yeah. I don't know, because as you know, I find them quite interesting, but not in that kind of way. I think it's because it's those kind of people, like Epstein, Prince Andrew. R. Kelly, Michael Jackson. It's what fascinates me about them is kind of where's the point where they were convinced themselves that they were completely fucking untouchable?
You know
what I mean? That's what I find interesting about it.
I get why people like Michael Jackson and R. Kelly were, because Michael Jackson especially, like when he got accused of it, I was 9 years old. So 1991 with the Jordan Chandler was the first kid. Yeah. And he was the biggest, in terms of celebrity, especially at that point, pre-internet and stuff like that, and with only so many years of recorded history, probably the most famous person that ever existed. Because keep in mind, when like Henry VIII and motherfuckers like that were rolling around, we didn't have photographs on YouTube and stuff like that. Yeah. So there's plenty of people on the other side of the world who have no idea who the fuck they are. Whereas Michael Jackson was it was Elvis and then it was him.
Knew all over the world.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I'm not saying everywhere. I'm sure there's some kids in Papua New Guinea who don't know who he is.
A brief stint, it was Shakin' Stevens. He was the most famous man on the face of this planet.
But I mean, there must come a point where I think it's a part of it. It's like I always think with celebrity, like with Tom Cruise, for example, who's probably one of the most high A-list celebrities you can get.
Yeah,
he must surround himself with yes men, essentially.
Do you not think that if you get to a certain, this is just my conspiracy brain hitting in. I reckon if you get to a certain point of celebrity status, the Men in Black knock your door and say, do this, do that, or else you...
Will Smith comes to your door.
Not Will Smith, but I reckon there's some men in suits.
I've never seen you two hang out together.
Yeah.
All right, mate. I'm Will Smith, and this is my mate Tommy Lee Jones. I'm just like the oldest human being in the world. It's like, fucking, should he be stood up well?
The thing is that, do you not think if that had happened, sorry, somebody would have been like, no.
Yeah. Which is what takes me to the 27 Club. I think Kurt Cobain definitely had some weirdos knocking his door and he didn't want to do it. But George Carlin, George Carlin's obviously not in the 27 Club.
27 Club was like Jim Morrison, Basquiat was.
I can imagine Jim Morrison being in the Illuminati.
Yeah, but
Robert Johnson.
To be fair, yeah.
Robert Johnson. Was supposedly the first person to die in the 27 Club. Back in, was it the 20s?
20s, yeah.
So I don't think he would have been approached.
I don't mean like that, but I meant like the people like...
It's probably more satanic if you want to look at satanic route.
But even that's like finding a connection, because why would you happen to be 27 when they come to your door?
No, I didn't mean the 27 Club. I just meant like that's a group of higher up people that mysteriously died.
But there was also like, Ryan Staley, like from Alice in Chains.
Is that when you're at your most persuadable?
Yeah, 27. Like, 28?
That's I'm
27 now.
But the thing is, if you think of like, for example, like, with Ryan Staley or with Kurt Cobain, lyrically, the fact that they did arguably kill themselves. I mean, Lane died of an overdose. Kurt apparently shot himself. Mm-hmm. You can kind of see lyrically why they were depressed people. Like Dirt, the album by Alice in Chains, is literally a love song, like a love album to drugs. But the whole album is.
I think that.
So the fact that he died of drugs is like, well, I get that. You just wrote an album about how much you fucking love them.
I think that the death of George Carlin is really fucking. Like he's someone that stood up and fucking Bill Hicks.
Yeah, Bill Hicks was as well.
And these people that stood up against the Hollywood elite and made jokes about them and were outwardly saying shit about them, and then they died. So it does make me think like maybe it does get to a point in your career where someone says, "Mate, come on, you need to like do all this satanic culty stuff.
But-
I am reaching.
Bill
I am
Hicks
reaching.
did have like quite a bit of a battle with cancer.
Cancer, yeah. For
How do
some
you know?
years.
Did you know him?
His best friend, there's a book called Evolution. It's a Bill Hicks biography written by his best friend, who was Kevin Booth. And there's a thing, apparently they took acid when he was like in his 20s, and because he died at 33, I think, which is the same age as Jesus. And there was a thing where when he
Bill
was
Hicks is Jesus.
Bill Hicks is Jesus. When he was on acid, apparently, because he had pancreatic cancer, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he was like saying that he had like a sensation where his pancreas was, and almost like I can't remember that because I read it fucking years ago, but almost like identify the fact that that was going to be the thing that killed him.
I am 100% playing devil's advocate right now. I'm not like saying that fucking people
Yeah.
die. Like
I just
think it's very. There's a lot of shit.
there's coincidences, quinkydinks, but I think at the same time, I've never heard a celebrity come out and say these motherfuckers knocked on my door, and I just think one would have by now.
Do you not think they're too scared to say?
Yeah, every single person
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. I think that these people run the world.
But what I'm devil's advocate, then surely one of them, because why would George Carlin or Bill Hicks and people like that use their voice to a degree but not expose them?
Yeah, I know. It's just something to think
Because
about.
surely if you have proof of it,
And then the weirdest thing would, for George Carlin and Bill Hicks, to like their next stand-up special is like, this is fucking different.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, start talking in favour of the people they've been
Yeah,
speaking
yeah.
against. It would
Yeah.
be very, very strange.
yeah. If someone had turned, if
Yeah,
someone had
yeah.
accepted that invitation,
If George Carlin just went, you know what,
the government
they're
ain't too
right.
bad. Yeah, they're all right.
Bill
I was
Hicks,
wrong.
blah, 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 I've changed my mind, you know.
Yeah, I don't want to do Goat Boy anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Get onto a similar
Oh.
thing. Wasn't the whole thing with Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington?
Yeah.
They were both abused as kids or something, so they were going through a thing to out a load of paedophiles, and then it was something like, obviously then Chester Bennington was found dead not long after Chris Cornell was found dead.
I think
Both died the same way, so there's a whole thing around it.
Chester's was on Chris Cornell's birthday, apparently. I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mm.
But then like they were both together trying to hunt down and expose a load of
Yeah.
paedophiles
I didn't know
and
about that
stuff.
side of it.
And then they both ended up dead in the same way.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, like, the last track on Super Unknown by Soundgarden is a song called "Like Suicide." Like, so when people who have a history of singing about depression and drugs,
you played it
and-
backwards. Is there only a little
No,
message in it?
don't ruin your records. Don't play things backwards.
I don't think you can with modern day record players.
Well, yeah, you can just
Just
fucking
spinning it with your finger.
just get like Audacity or something and reverse
Yeah.
the audio.
I'd love the thought of someone like playing like, you know, being into like proper like decent music like Sabbath and stuff, like, you know, like the fucking guys from Little Nicky,
Yeah,
and then they're playing stuff backwards and they go, hey Nicky, what do you think he's saying, and all that stuff. I like thought of like
Satan
someone
is Lord,
was like,
Satan is Lord.
yeah, they're just like saying like they're doing that, and then they just get a bit too far with it, and now they're full on DJs.
that's how they
They just
started.
start scratching like fuck.
If you listen to it at this RPM,
yeah.
what you can hear,
Like giving it all of that.
jungle is massive. No, but I think there's too much. I'm stuttering today. I've got your stutter.
You got my stutter.
I caught
You
it.
caught it
I've caught it.
through the wires, mate. Mine's
That's what
gone.
it is.
It's gone.
I've got it. I think there is too much where people. I understand like the whole thing with the way banks started. There's so much like, and it's proven as well. There was a strip in I think it was in Switzerland. I'm probably wrong about that. Where it was like a Jewish street, and it was like the Rothschilds were there, and
Yeah.
Rothschild meant
Yeah.
red shield.
Yeah.
And their building had a red shield because every building had like their moniker on it or whatever. So that's where the name came from. And there's a thing with the banks as well, or with the Rothschilds, who, when the Napoleonic Wars were on, specifically the Battle of Waterloo, somebody got out and leaked information about what was happening. So they brought or sold, I can't remember,
Yeah.
a fuck ton of like shares and bonds and stuff like that, and made a horrendous amount of wealth off it. And basically everybody else who could benefit from it was sold the opposing information.
Yeah.
So they sold all of their shit or bought all that shit. And then when the actual, because obviously you didn't have the internet then, no one was fucking live tweeting what was going on. So when it came out, the fact that they had insider information is what initially started them on their track to insurmountable amount of wealth.
I think I just want to like say something now. I am like, I'm not like actively into conspiracies or nothing like that. I think just think about things. You know what I mean? Don't like.
Yeah, no, questioning things
But-
is like,
Don't take fucking Alex Jones or David Icke's
Face value.
word for gospel, because for some reason, any kind of like high up conspiracy theorist And the word the term conspiracy theory is a conspiracy in itself, but any kind of someone that conspires against something, always ends up being an anti-Semite, and it always goes back to it's the Jews.
I will say, if you do watch Alex Jones or listen to him, you just stop listening to
It's
this.
true.
No, I agree, but that's just it's fucking brilliant.
It's true. I deep dove into David Icke for a while because I thought a lot of the stuff that he was saying about 9/11 was like backed up by fact.
Isn't he the one that believes in the Anunnaki?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's the lizards from the middle of the earth and stuff.
No,
Oh,
so
right.
that's not the Anunnaki.
Well, David Icke was one that said the royal family were lizards.
Yeah, but
When it was, like,
the
high in
Anunnaki
Alaska.
was it's a planet known as Nibiru, and it's within our solar system, but it only comes into our actual solar, like our galaxy or whatever, like every 1,000 or 10,000 years. And the thought was that they were, the start of Prometheus.
Yeah. The
Where
engineers.
So essentially that was them.
Okay.
And there's like still.
I love that theory. If there was any way to try and say that aliens created us, I think that's a fucking fantastic theory.
Yeah, I mean, there's arguments for it. The fact that we've mastered indoors and can't deal with the outside and chairs and right angles are a thing.
Yeah.
There's plenty to argue that we're not from here because we aren't good at being humans
No.
in our natural habitat.
Well, the Earth was like never designed to have humans, was it? Like, if you look at everything, the Earth always takes everything back.
Well,
you look
no.
at an old building or something, there's always shit growing through it. You see
no.
trees that have literally got
That's not
gates
humans. That's
inside it.
civilization. Like humans
Yeah,
can
yeah.
exist because humans tribes still are still a thing on other parts of the planet.
But you get like animals that can live longer with diseases than we can.
Yeah.
And it's like these diseases were here to kill us off or created to kill us off because we're not supposed to be. Maybe we wasn't supposed to evolve to this point, but we just did.
That's a theory of that was Bill Hicks' thing about mushrooms. That's why they call it holy shit.
Oh.
And like why cows are
because
sacred.
they were taking it.
They were like a springboard to our
Yeah.
evolution. But yeah, so the Anunnaki were meant to be aliens essentially, or gods, or superheroes as they've been called now, I guess. And their planet came into our orbit, and they came down and they created humans in their image, so to speak, so that we could mine gold for them because they needed gold for their survival, which is why gold is such a wealthy component of our planet. And they come round every 1,000 or 10,000 years.
Love
It would explain all the.
Were they Jewish though? No. I've got a feeling that they're probably Jewish. If
They were
David Icke said
huge.
it.
They were like fucking. Like,
it would explain all like
big
the.
Big always.
yeah.
It's not the Aztecs.
Bouncers.
Yeah, bouncers.
They're all fucking
They're
bouncers.
Who's the Central American tribe?
Mayans.
Mayans. It'll explain a lot of their like paintings and whatnot because there was like rocket ships or big like godlike
I
creatures.
mean, it doesn't.
painted
I've
and stuff.
looked into it. It doesn't.
There's
Can I
also
say another
the-
thing?
It's interpretation.
You might have been if you've travelled. You got somewhere in Central America.
That sounded a bit accusing. If
No,
you've
no, no.
actually
No,
fucking
because
gone off your sofa.
Because he's travelled. He's
I've
seen a
been
lot.
to all the Mayan
So
ruins
it's-
and stuff like that in
It's
Central
the
America.
or those giant pictures that are put.
Oh, the
to
Aztec
the-
lines.
Yeah, right.
That's in Peru. Yeah.
in Peru. Okay, so the thing I saw on this, heard on this podcast about it was how people think a theory of that they were put there by like people of that civilization then as like a landing pad almost for
UFOs.
aliens and stuff to come.
Or what are they called now? They're not called UFOs anymore.
FOs.
Extraterrestrial.
No, they changed it
I don't know.
because so I did a podcast before with an alien specialist. on there.
E.T.?
It's ET. And when I was editing it, I fact checked everything he said. It was like a 2-hour podcast as well. And the guy knew his shit, but in fact checking it, it disproved most of
looked
the
again.
things
I
he
Did he,
said.
did he talk really
Fucking
fast and
hours.
say big
No.
words? Did he not?
No, as fast as big a words as I did.
Okay, fair play.
But
He's just going, and then
supercalifragilistic. No, it wasn't that bad.
aliens.
But look, he honestly, like the wealth of knowledge he had, like he's clearly doing his research and stuff like that. And I wasn't trying to disprove him. I was just trying to find a reference point visually for everything that he was saying.
Yeah, and also you don't want to put your mark on something that's complete
Right,
bullshit.
but I mean, at the same time, it was there was no way I was sitting there saying this guy is factual and everything he says is accurate.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was just I was just trying to provide a visual representation for everything he said, and in doing so, managed to accidentally disprove a lot of the things he said.
Oh, okay.
Because you can change a narrative, you can take context out. So this is this.
Absolutely,
Cool.
yeah.
Well, here's some context to give you more information about what it actually was.
I am wondering about what Alfie's last.
Oh, your last
Thing.
one.
Oh,
was, yeah.
fucking hell, yeah. Bloody hell. I didn't realise it was going for that long.
Oh.
I'm sorry we spoke about conspiracies too
No,
long.
it's not a bad thing.
just become
No,
an
like
episode,
it. I
innit?
was like, what the fuck is it going to be now?
So are you two conspiracy nuts?
I do like reading into them. I'm very like.
I think my nuts are conspiring against me.
I don't take it on board. It's like it's
trying to
gospel,
climb down
but
my
I
left
like
leg.
how far people can think into it to get like, okay, this is a way that this can be done. I'm like, okay, like, I like that you thought that much into it, but obviously there's never enough fact to back it up.
I think my issue with it is that
But I
people
just
who
love
tend to
hearing about
believe
it.
some believe in all of them, and like when people
Yeah.
get into flat Earth and stuff like that, I'm just like, you've lost me. Like,
I
Alfie.
was talking to you the other day in the pub about like I love the number 13. Everything that can equate to a number in my life most of the time goes to that number. But then there's also like the theory of if you want to see it, you're gonna see it. So if I sit at table 13 at Weatherspoons, I'll be like, oh, it's following me.
Yeah.
But like if I sit on table 17, I ain't going to pay no attention.
That's what I was having this conversation last week with someone about 11:11.
I was at the whole Make-A-Wish fucking.
So yeah, whenever you look at your phone, if you see 11:11, it's meant to be a thing, right? But the thing is that people look at their phone that fucking often, and the difference with 11:11 is it's going to stand out more because it's like 4 fucking lines,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you can see 327 every day for a week, and you might not register it just
No.
because it's 327. The thing with 11:11 is because it's 11:11, it just stands out more. And that's the only one that comes up other than midnight as well.
So everyone
Yeah,
with
yeah.
420.
22 as well, I guess. But
If anyone sees
But
420,
yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. It's that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing where if you,
I had it. I had this exact same conversation driving to Cornwall the other day. I was like, a lot of people like 222 because it's the angel number.
right,
Because
it's 333.
that's 222, bro.
Okay, well,
It
there's
is.
this girl that got tattooed on her hand.
oh really?
And I asked her what the 333 was, and she was like, oh, it's the number of the angels.
No, it's 222. Because I said the exact same thing. I was like, do you know when people? I was like being my bullshit self. I was like, people just want to fucking see it, don't they? Like 222, it's gonna come up. If you want to see it, you're gonna see it. As soon as I said that,
Yeah, you told me this on Saturday.
I seen 222 spray painted on a bridge on the motorway, and the sign said 222. As literally as soon as I said it, and I was like, oh, okay,
Is it like this episode is number 6?
6.
6.
Satan.
Oh.
But yeah. If you want to see it, you're
It's
gonna
not-
see it.
If anyone's watching this and they want to go back and watch the whole 665 podcasts we've done before, we're not saying we've just done 666
No.
podcasts, by the way.
We're not.
We've done 6.
We've done 6. We're
Okay.
doing 6.
I'm gonna completely 180 it then. Are we doing an hour this week?
Yeah. Well, we'll
Okay.
just see how
We'll
we
just
go.
go as long as you.
All right then.
Last
So
topic.
it's really nice, family friendly bit of fun.
Oh fuck's sake!
No, it is. Or
Come on, if it's a free event,
No,
you're there.
the
We know that.
I'm down for shenanigans. That's my.
do you want family friendly fun or do you not?
Just drop it.
Okay, so if you won the lottery,
Okay.
if you won the lottery, don't say, "Oh, I'd buy a fucking Lamborghini." Or, what would you actually? If you
It'd be a
won,
fucking Subaru, wouldn't it?
if you
It
won,
won't be a Subaru.
if you won £100 million, don't
Okay.
say you're gonna fucking start a charity in it because no one's gonna
I'm
fucking
not
do
gonna
that.
start a charity.
No one's gonna do that. No one gives a fuck. What would you buy? That's cool.
First thing I do is buy a nice house for my mum.
Nah, see, that's a shit answer.
No, it's
Buy
not.
like a roller coaster or something.
Buy a roller
I think
coaster.
the first thing I would do is
That's a shit answer. Get a roller coaster.
I would go buy my mum a nice house.
Yeah, fair play. But have you not seen Richie Rich?
Yes, I have.
I would buy a
be
big
the
bit
second
of
thing I do.
land with loads of trailers.
Okay,
So
right.
me and my friends could all live.
We've had this
Like-
chat
like-
before.
like the Trailer Park
let me
Boys.
rephrase this question. Once you got necessity out of the way, what will be your first elaborate purchase?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's better way of wording it.
Oh, God, I don't know. I've never given it a thought.
Have you not?
No.
Sometimes
I've spent so much
I've
money. in
never
my
bought.
head.
I've never bought a lottery
Literally.
ticket or a scratch card, so I've never.
Nah,
even
dude,
thought I'd
I've
do
never bought a lottery ticket in my life. But the other month, it sounds weird. Like it weren't the other day. It was a few months ago. I was driving at work and I was like, "Fuck, I need to buy a lottery ticket." Like out of nowhere, and I tried to buy one. It didn't let me buy it. But
That was
fact
the
that
day.
I
That
know,
was the
I know.
day.
Yeah.
It
But
wasn't.
fact, I don't really like money anyway. But it's fun.
I don't know what the
It's
fuck.
fun.
I think Jenks' idea is the best.
I think I'd probably be dead if I had too much money.
Land and.
Oh yeah,
built-
land.
yeah.
Look, we all get a trailer.
Why do I get a trailer? You got all the money in the world. You get me a fucking
No, you
trailer.
only got 100 mil.
Well, okay. You can
Yeah,
still
but
do more
like,
than a trailer.
We all dude, but it's a sick trailer.
I mean, it needs to be.
Dude, like
It's like Leahy's trailer.
yeah. We get like a double wide fucking trailer. We all get a trailer. We get a
I
fucking
wanna live in a trailer.
We've got a fucking skate park built.
I'm trying not to make
It's
what
just
it is.
like-
Skatopia.
Yeah, Skatopia.
It's Skatopia.
We're going to be trailer
But
trash.
it's Skatopia mixed with Trailer Park Boys. So like we all get a.
I'm not moving.
You can drive. There's a car park in the what's now, like just in the gates, and then you get out your car parking space, and then next to your car parking space is a smaller car parking space with a go-kart in it.
Would you be in the UK?
And everyone gets a go-kart. Huh?
Would you stay in England?
Yeah.
No, because Jenk's whole thing, like when we was talking about it, it turned into this big self-sustaining like eco thing where it was like we all have our own trailer, but then we'll have a pub and then we'll all do jobs and shit, and then it just
To be
turned
fair,
into
me and
like, its
Becky
own
had this
country.
conversation. We went for a walk last year, past my house, and there's loads of fields there and like loads of cows and stuff like that. And we were saying that plot of land there is big enough, and I was like, we could literally, if we had the money to buy it, and like just build people's houses far away enough that you haven't got to see each other all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you've
Yeah.
still got your own space, but you're a 2-minute walk from your neighbour.
Like Pretoria on Family Guy, do you know when it?
Yeah,
when they
yeah,
find
yeah.
out that his plot of land is its own country.
Oh yeah.
That's what you'd do.
What would
Like-
yours be?
I don't know.
How did you ask this question without an answer?
Because I've got loads of answers. Like,
So
I
give
think
me one of
I
them.
think that's really cool. But then another thing is just like I don't know, just I don't know, buy a plane or something and just fly it into the 2 towers in New York. No,
Oh fucking hell!
Shit.
no,
Alfie's back. Can you tell?
no. That goes on to my next topic actually.
Right, I would buy. Actually, I'll just go travelling again. But
Yeah, travel
Yeah.
would be a good
I'd
shot.
stay in nice
got-
places.
you got enough.
There'd be a lovely little trailer waiting for you when you get back.
No, actually, you know what? I would get like a rad motorbike and a camper van, and put the motorbike in the camper van and just drive somewhere. And then if I like the place, just get my bike out and go ride around.
Yeah,
and just
nice.
travel
Cool,
for like
cool.
fucking
I like
2
that.
years or
I like
something.
Okay, so what's your favourite hate crime?
What?
What? How
What's
can you have a favourite hate crime?
I'm glad you asked.
Punching Nazis in the face.
Is that a hate crime or is that a
Yes.
love crime?
It is, isn't it?
Complex
Because
question.
obviously you do it because you hate what they
Represent.
represent. And I think if a Nazi,
Welcome back, Alf.
if a Nazi was to punch a a black person, an Indian person, anyone like or
Anyone not white.
or sometimes
Or
they go mad at fucking sympathisers and whatnot,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
they
yeah.
call them, fucking sympathisers. That's a hate crime. So
Yeah.
then, if you were to fucking knock a Nazi to absolute bits, that'd kind of be a hate crime as well, wouldn't it?
So yeah, punching Nazis.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
my
fair.
favourite hate crime.
Fair.
What's yours?
Alright.
I'm not gonna say.
No, you have to say.
I thought we'd be a bit more edgy about that whole thing, but you actually gave me a correct answer. I don't know.
Mitch.
I'd have to go on board with that then, because
Well, yeah. So
I don't fucking know.
we did promise to exhume the corpse of ex-Prime Minister
We
Winston
didn't.
Churchill.
We didn't promise. You promised. I just
I
want to piss on his
promised.
grave.
If I won the lottery, I'd go exhume the corpse.
Sonny was sending me like he was like, I've been looking at shovels.
Yeah, I know, genuinely.
Where's he
Looking at
buried?
shovels.
I've picked my favourite one out.
Yeah.
Where is he buried? Westminster Abbey.
We didn't know
I'm not his
last week.
fucking biographer.
We didn't know last week.
I reckon he probably is because that's where like Charles Dickens and that are buried. So
Then,
So that's
if
what we're gonna do.
if I find out, we're making a special road trip episode where I'll go and piss on his grave.
yeah, I'd like to.
No, we're digging him up, put him out in his hat, and then we're gonna, commit
Fuck
some
him to
hate
bits.
crimes towards neo-Nazis.
That's
I think
fair.
I think it's perfectly fine to just if there's like a really rich, rude old person, you can just go punch him in the face.
So all rich, rude old people.
Yeah, that's
That's
my
just
favourite hate
all
crime.
rich people, really. I don't like rich
Like,
people.
I think it's perfectly fine just to drive to Hampstead Heath and just punch the first person that you
I'd
see.
punch Jeff Bezos.
Yeah,
Jeff
yeah.
Bezos is my nemesis. He doesn't know yet. I'm trying to reach out to him so he can find out. But
I
he is
reckon
my
like an
nemesis.
unprovoked attack on Jeff Bezos is completely fine.
Oh, dude, it's completely fine.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think anyone will say anything against
No,
it.
have you seen the video that came out today of Leonardo DiCaprio
No.
with his girlfriend?
No.
So they were at like a function, and
What website was it on?
I saw it on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Well, they do nudie stuff on Twitter.
It wasn't on like Brazzers or anything like
Oh,
that.
okay.
But he's walking past the table, and like honestly, like his girlfriend is like all up in Leonardo DiCaprio's shit. You can see him like getting pissed off about it.
Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend is
No,
his...
Jeff Bezos' girlfriend
Oh, okay, yeah.
is like flirting. I'll put the footage on screen so you can see it. And she's like all chest at him as well. And you can see Bezos is just like, no amount of money is going to give you the credibility that someone who's just cool will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same with like that's the reason Piers Morgan hates Meghan Markle because he took her on
Yeah,
a date
like,
and she was
she
like, "No,
rejected him."
fuck that,"
Yeah.
and she rejected him. Now he hates her.
Fucking hell.
Did you not know that?
It's
Yeah, it came out like when he got fired from Good Morning Britain.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
And everyone was like, "Oh, we don't know why so shitty towards it. It came out, he got interviewed like a couple of years before that. They went out for a drink in like 2011 or something. She never called him back.
And then she got with Prince Harry like the next
Yeah,
year.
no, that night she left him that night
To go to a party with Prince
with
Harry.
Prince
yeah.
Harry.
How could you be so bitter?
And Meghan
Yeah.
Markle ghosted him. Who's going to go with that fat
And he
cunt
made a
anyway?
career out of fucking trying to diminish
She
her.
probably didn't even know it was a date. It was probably a date
Yeah.
to him.
Right,
She probably
don't get
thought,
me
oh,
wrong.
it's Piers Morgan. He probably,
Obviously,
does interviews and whatnot.
we spoke about how like I'm kind of the only one here that is interested in true crime kind of stuff. But I don't know if anyone's seen the Piers Morgan talking to serial killers.
Yeah.
No.
And
Yeah.
it's entirely backwards because
What, is he
One-
sitting
one of
facing the wall?
one of the things, yeah,
That backwards.
he just folds himself inside out.
Cut his
uh,
coat on the other way.
You're listening.
Oh, that's the wrong button. Wrong user screen.
What was that one? You're listening to Absolute Radio.
Is that a fucking
Were
Matt
you-
Berry?
That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
We had some time
But
to
like,
kill.
one of the things is when people are talking to serial killers and stuff, it's they have to like
They have to be like pally with them, don't they?
they have to kind of like make
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah, you can't be like you're a fucking cunt. Like
No,
you can,
no.
piece of shit.
You have to
You're not gonna get far in the interview in that case.
to,
so are
to
you?
get anything out of them. They kind of
guessing.
have to make them think that they're superior. So actually, really, it's really clever, kind of fishing.
Yeah.
They bring it out of them, and they kind of a lot of them talk about things they did in third person and say like, well, if I was gonna do it, this is how I'd do it. And actually, they're going, well, this is how I did it.
Do you know
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson
But
wrote a
he,
book called
but
If I
because
Did It?
because Piers Morgan is about, he's got to have a bit of a psychopathic tendency because he just wants it to be about him.
100%.
But that's what psychopaths want as well.
Yeah.
So it's just literally headbutting.
Yeah.
He's I was talking to someone about it, and they're going, yeah, but they're asking questions that no one else is asked, but because the very fucking intelligent people that aren't asking these questions know that as soon as you ask those questions to that type of person, they fucking
They
shut
shut
the fuck
down.
up.
No, I agree. And, like that's my thing with the Joe Rogan podcast. Gets a lot of fire because of like he's giving a platform to right wing people and people with just shitty ideologies. And if you can get them on, fine, but challenge them. Otherwise, all you're doing is giving them a platform.
Yeah.
And it's the same kind of thing with true crime or serial killers or whatever. If you're just interviewing people without really challenging them, then all you're doing is giving that person a platform afterwards.
Louis Theroux's good at challenging people.
No, he is, and that's
Yeah,
the thing. Like
yeah.
he always does. He'll make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well, but he
which-
does it in such a passive aggressive
Yeah.
way, and it's great. I love it.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the thing is, he's quite dismissive of people as well
Yeah.
in their beliefs, but he does it, and he's quite charming with it as well.
He goes,
So they'll-
okay, we're doing that, are we?
but he does it in almost a way where they feel like they need to validate their viewpoint rather than shut down.
Do you know what's great about Louis Theroux is like when he went to the Westboro Baptist Church twice, I think.
Yeah.
And he sort of acted like a twat that didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But in reality, he's the smartest guy in like a 10-mile radius that
Yeah.
whole town. But he acted like made them think like, oh, this is our little dumbass British mate Louis that we're taking around and
Yeah.
showing him around. But in reality, he just made them all look like the
That's what
biggest
Sacha Baron
knobheads.
Cohen did really well as well.
Yeah.
Like, he
Oh,
was
is that
so
when he was
good.
interviewing the people about guns and shit?
Dude, he does
Yeah.
he's got so many different characters, but he just plays on the whole, the right wing, the alt right. It's so fucking
If you
dumb.
play ignorance, and not only that, but if you sell yourself as being open to conversion, and you're creating a platform where you can tell people what you're doing here, and you're also an audience member, so you don't know shit.
And it's the same
And that's
thing.
how he does it.
And I think that's another thing that I think with like people with the Piers Morgan thing, if they watch like professional interrogators, interviewing like people that have done like heinous crimes, they actually seem quite sympathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you ain't gonna fucking. That's the way they get it out of them. They
Yeah.
walk into
Yeah.
a room and go, "You fucking did this. You know you fucking
Yeah.
did this. We know we fucking did this. Wait, what you fucking done? You twat. You're a fucking wanker. You are. You're gonna be like,
It's Alfie interviewing
oh
him.
well, I'll just sit here. Yeah. Oh yeah, you fucker.
Yeah. No, yeah, you have to go in ignorant and
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
like act like educate me. Especially with, I think with Louis Theroux is different though because he spends more time with them as well. Like if you consider what's not on camera and like an hour long
Yeah,
thing,
he
he's there
likes-
for like a month or something.
Yeah, he gets like a bedroom and
Yeah.
plays and eats breakfast with him and
Yeah,
stuff.
so I think it's easier when
You're gaining their trust, aren't you? So if anything's going to slip
Right.
out, it's going to be through that.
you're in their circle. And not only that, you can see like on some of them, they'll invite their friends over like because
Yeah.
they're trying to like, oh, that guy's
One
more
of the-
right wing than us, so we'll advertise him.
Going back to like interviews and stuff like that with the one with Prince Andrew and the woman that's interviewed him, does kind of like really push him and stuff like that. But the last bit is fucking.
I haven't seen it.
Oh mate,
Basically,
he goes. The woman interviewing him says, "So like, how do you think about Jeffrey Epstein now?" And Prince Andrew says something to the line of like, "Oh well, I disagree." Says the right things, and then says the way he acted was very unbecoming. And then she looks at him like something she's just fucking kicked off her shoe and just goes, "Unbecoming? He was a sex offender."
Yeah.
And he utterly panics. And you can kind of see that he doesn't want to say, he wants to say unbecoming because he's acted very similar.
Yeah.
So he wants to call himself unbecoming. He's not
Yeah,
calling
yeah.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
Epstein unbecoming.
Yeah.
He's called himself unbecoming.
Yeah.
Oh, so like,
And then when
everything
he-
he's
when he-
saying is more or less about himself, but using Jeffrey Epstein
Yeah,
as an
yeah.
example.
And then you see him call Jeffrey Epstein a sex offender, but really kind of like struggling. But he was a sex offender like that. He's like, it's because he doesn't want to call himself.
That's the same thing with the Dalai Lama. Because the Dalai Lama's a piece of shit. I'm just going to let that.
No, yeah,
You
go
were
on,
there
for a
yes.
first.
minute. So the reason the Dalai Lama's a piece of shit is because Tibet should be the 10th biggest country in the world. In 1950, China went in basically because the Himalayas is like creates a natural barrier between China and India, who have been perpetually at war with each other for thousands of years, and there's just a natural defense between the two. So obviously Nepal's a slither in the middle of it. So Nepal tends to kind of like side with India a lot. And the reason China took them over, and the Himalayas creates the biggest water source for southern Asia, in that continent. So if you control the water, you control the wealth. So in 1950, they went over, took over the whole place. They've been like killing off Tibetans for years. So there's a thing with Dalai Lama. There's the Panchant Lama and the Dalai Lama. They both have to exist at the same time. One picks the next one. So the Dalai Lama will know who the Panchant Lama is going to be, who will be a kid, he'll pick him, and then when the Panchant Lama's older, he'll pick the next Dalai Lama. And it's always been that way. They kidnapped the last Panchant Lama in the 90s, I think it was like 93, and the Dalai Lama left Tibet and moved to India, where he still lives now. But because, I mean, I say he's a piece of shit, but to be fair, he's just pushing the narrative of Buddhism, which is peace. But there have been people who've gone like, well, why are you not asking Tibetans to speak up against this and like defend our people? And why are you not trying to get our independence back? Because as soon as you die, we're fucked. Because China introduced their own Panchant Lama, who has a pro-China
Thought.
narrative. Yeah. So, and then he gets to pick the next Dalai Lama. So from this moment on, as soon as the Dalai Lama dies,
gonna be China's
Tibet's
controlled.
fucked. Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
They're fucked. And they're literally trying to outbreed people. So they'll offer Chinese residents. You can't get into Tibet other than through Kathmandu, flying direct from Nepal, or through mainland China. If you do go there and you mention anything that's ever happened, you're thrown out of the country. For a month of the year, when they have their centenary celebrations or whatever it is, they shut the country down entirely. So when I was in Nepal, I met a Chinese guy who'd been to Tibet, and I was talking to him about how I really wanted to go, but why I couldn't, and he had no idea. And I remember, obviously, he's got a Chinese SIM provider, and mine was EU, so we were comparing the same Wikipedia pages and like the same information, and it's completely different. And like literally he was reading this stuff and he's like, he wasn't even like, fuck, I can't believe that. He was like, that's bullshit. Because it was so like, if you imagine finding out that we're secretly owned by Russia, or worse, we secretly own Russia, or France, and whatever we've done there has been corrupt as fuck, and that country shouldn't even be a country, it shouldn't be part, because they're told that basically Tibet's always been part of China, and that in 1950 they tried to rebel against the Chinese to get their own country. That's the narrative Chinese people are told, rather than the actual truth, and that they're all like freedom fighters, they're rebels, they're assholes, they're shitty people, and they just don't like China. So if you're taught that your entire life, you're going to believe it.
Yeah.
It's the same as North Korea, isn't it?
Right, yeah, exactly. And because China is so vigilant on how they release information, because like the Lady Gaga met Dalai Lama, so she's banned there completely.
Fucking hell.
But that's why in Doctor Strange, the Marvel film, the role, is it, what's her name? Tilda Swinton.
Yeah.
She's in the film. That's meant to be a Tibetan monk.
Mhm.
And they replaced her because they wouldn't show the film there.
Fuck.
So anything Tibetan or pro-Tibet doesn't get mentioned. That's why, like in the 90s, like there used to be pro-Tibet, free Tibet concerts, like Radiohead headline one, Pearl Jam did. Don't happen anymore because China became that wealthy and that powerful that people don't want to fuck China off.
Yeah.
So Tibet's just forgotten about now. And it's the same, it is the same kind of thing. It's just whitewashing history to fit your own narrative. And the reason they're doing it is just because they
Did you say the people inside
take
there
over the country. Yeah, so
won't know it's...
there's still like the cover of the Rage Against the Machine album, the Burning Monk. That was a guy, like self-immolation's a really big thing there, where people set themselves on fire because it gets media attention. But I think it's like there's at least like 20 or 30 a year Tibetans who burn themselves alive, and it just gets passed over. But yeah, going back to the Dalai Lama, the whole thing with him is rather than using his platform to speak out,
He goes on fucking main stage Glastonbury with Emily Heavis.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah. And like, it's great because obviously his message is still one of peacefulness and stuff like that. But when people are dying and your country's being eradicated, the language, the religion, the culture of the whole place is being like diminished, then maybe do more than, like, because Gandhi had the same thing of non-violence, but Gandhi was also a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's the same with fucking from South Africa, Nelson Mandela. He did loads of fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like loads of crazy. And there's a where do you draw the line between freedom fighter and terrorist?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know enough. I don't know enough about the Mandela bad stuff.
I remember learning about it in school, but I think there was a lot of like a lot of violence and a lot. I don't want to fucking say something that ain't true, but I know for a fact that it's not just there's this guy's really peaceful and we're gonna lock him away for this and that, and then he comes out and he's this great person. To become a voice, you have to do something to become that voice. And like you said about Gandhi did a lot of fucking horrible shit.
Yeah, Gandhi used to like sleep next to children to test himself.
Yeah,
why should you have to do that?
Dude, like literally,
you already know you've got a problem.
He used to sleep next to like young girls to test himself. And there's a whole thing when his wife got sick. He was like, you shouldn't have any medicine and stuff like that. Like, God will heal you. And then he got the same sickness and was like, oh no, like, you know those meds? I'll have all of those. So, but he also was a significant figure in the independence of India.
That is how cult leaders.
Yeah,
fucking.
But that's, I mean, that's the thing. That was like in the same way with Churchill. It's like, you know, Churchill was a war hero, but he was also I say he was a war hero. He was just a leader at the time who happened to be the one during World War II.
World War II, yeah, but it was like the teenage boys that went into battle. That were the medics and the soldiers that won the war.
Yeah. I'm not calling Winston Churchill a war hero.
Winston Churchill fucking fingered his fat ass in Westminster.
And the thing is, not only that, I think people fail to remember that as soon as the war was over, Churchill was thrown the fuck out of government. Like, people did not vote for him because they thought he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But history.
But I think when there's a war going on, whether you're a president, a prime minister, or what, you have to see that war out before you voted in someone else.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is,
Obama was in power for 8 years.
There was no way any other leader wouldn't have done the same thing. It's not like anyone would have gone, oh no, cool, like, let the Germans roll through.
Yeah.
Like, it's just happened to be that he was the one, but he also did way more bad to outweigh the good.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, but history will only remember you favourably if that's the narrative that people want to perpetuate.
Who was the president who stayed on way more terms than he should have because of the war? Was it fucking Bush or his dad or something that stayed on a lot longer than they should have, but because of the war going on?
No, you can still only have 2 terms in America.
I'm sure one of them did a little bit longer than they should have because of the war.
I'm not sure then.
I don't know,
I'll
man.
look into that.
Bush is just as bad as Obama.
Well, they all commit fucking war crimes. So.
I mean, I think Bush is worse.
Barack Obama's a piece of shit.
I'm not saying Barack Obama isn't a piece of shit. The problem is he's got great charisma to kind of like pass it over.
Like, hey, look at me, I'm well cool and down with the kids. It's like, mate, you literally bombed a school in Syria.
Yeah.
They
dropped more. He dropped more bombs on. I can't remember. There was like a national event, like something happened in the world, and they chose that day to bomb Syria more. Like, they dropped more bombs that day than they had during the entire war.
Yeah.
Because they knew the headlines would be about like the thing that happened in the world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I can't remember, like someone died or something happened somewhere. So if you imagine like fucking the day COVID happened,
Keith Cheggers.
the day he was
the day Keith Cheggers died.
Is he dead?
Yes.
Have you just mentally killed him, or is he actually dead?
Keith Chegwins is dead.
Oh, okay then.
God rest his Cheggers soul.
I don't know if Keith Chegwin's dead.
Keith Cheg. All right, do you want 2 facts? All right.
Go on then.
Go on.
One is Keith Chegwin.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Fact 1.
And
Fact 2.
And his nephew is DJ Beats.
DJ Beats, yeah?
Yeah.
Hugo Chegwin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hugo Chegwin.
Hugo Chegwin.
You've seen people just do nothing?
No.
Oh, well.
Oh,
You
there's no
should.
film that
It's
just
really
came out.
yeah, it's a
funny.
satire.
Yeah, I've seen a
It's
clip
really
of it
fucking funny.
where they're like,
I've not
The
seen the
Garage
film.
MCs. The Garage MCs.
I've not seen
from
the film,
Brentford.
but the series
so
are
good.
fucking brilliant.
So good.
Not seen the
It's like The
series.
Office, but like set in Brentford.
I'm
and
never going to watch this, if I'm honest.
Dude, it's great.
really-
Unless I
it's
watch
really
it,
good.
well, unless you sit me down and I watch it with you, I'm never going to watch
It's
this.
so good.
Okay, well, I'm just saying you're missing out then.
But yeah, Hugo Chegwin. Yeah, that's mad.
So
Yeah.
from Dalai Lama to Hugo Chegwin in 2 moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I just
Well, we got a bit heavy for a second.
we
then.
did get heavy. I was
We're
just
allowed to
trying
get
line
heavy.
up. We can
We
get
are allowed
heavy.
to get heavy. I think I need to like.
We're
do
addressing
my-
problems that people don't know a lot of.
Well,
Last week was
I
light.
knew a fucking nothing about our
let's,
fashion.
we need to do our research a bit more. I think.
Let's bring the tone up to finish a bit. Come on.
Okay, what we're doing?
So this weekend, right? We've seen you've been to a gig.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen
Yeah.
some fireworks. We've mentioned them slightly. Let's mention them more.
Let's mention the fireworks more.
Well,
Should we
that
go
and
from the
gig.
start? Yeah, Friday night.
Friday, yeah. So Friday night, the three of us went to Jen chose to sit out,
I was a poorly boy.
the poorly boy. So we went to Birmingham, got the train over. Alfie drank a tiny drink to make his hands look bigger. We went to the Flapper. We walked past the German market, which I was very excited about
No.
because Christmas is here. And then
Fuck's sake.
watched Watson do his thing.
Yeah, shout out Phantom
Yeah.
State though.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
a fucking cracking game.
I'm so I was upset. I didn't come. I really want to see Watson do his
it was a good gig.
He
shake
fucking
his
killed
tush
it,
on the
man. He
dance
killed
floor,
it.
man.
Yeah, he did kill.
And
it.
like I knew it was supposed to be at the at Scruffy Murphy's,
Flapper.
which would have been good. No,
Oh,
apparently
the
it
move.
was supposed to,
okay.
and then it went to the Flapper. And when I saw, I didn't know that it was at the Flapper until I think you'd sent
I
me.
messaged you, yeah.
and I was like, oh motherfucker, because I love the Flapper.
It was really quiet.
And played the Flapper there. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
wasn't.
it was
I've
good
been to
bar.
the Flapper in
It
It
ages.
was a good bar.
It was a really good crowd, a really weird crowd of people. Like my mates that don't like metal music were there, and it was just like everyone was there for Luke, and it was just great. Like I was
The
thinking,
love
this,
for Luke was insane.
Yeah,
I was
dude,
thinking this
it
on the
was.
way. Like I haven't played a gig in fucking years, and I know how good it feels to be on stage. But I know how good it feels to be on stage, looking at all your friends having a good time as
Yeah.
well. But on the flip side of that, it's also a really good feeling being in a crowd watching your friend on stage. It's exactly the
Yeah.
same. It's exactly the same sort of
Yeah,
happiness.
totally.
No,
that
there
you
was a lot of pride there from all of us.
Yeah.
Like,
And
it
That's
did
why I
well.
was bummed. I think, like, but honestly, I felt like absolutely
Yeah,
fucking trash. I was I'd have fucking been there, but like,
I got way too drunk.
I wasn't that bad. I had that burrito we had at the end was
See, now-
dude, the taxi driver. Actually, no, we need a moment
Them fucking
for
burritos, though.
fuck's sake. So we left and we were we were going to get the last train home, and then we didn't. So we basically just stayed at the Flapper till they closed, and then the Ubers were like horrendously priced. So we were like, we'll go to Broad Street and get a taxi.
Yeah.
There's like a food store there. They sold burritos and like, what did you have? A vegan wrap or
Yeah, like
something?
falafel wrap.
Yeah,
Nice,
like
man.
there was fucking it hit like it really did. The burrito was fucking awesome. And then we got a taxi, and then two random people were like, "Sonny, you're going to Tamworth?" I'm like, "I don't know who you are, but yeah, get in." And the guy was like, 50 quid. I'm like, "Cool, okay." So they get in the taxi, give us a 20. He immediately was like, "I've got no money." So the taxi driver, without saying a fucking word, just pulled into a cash point,
Oh yeah.
a petrol station, and I literally was just like, "Get money." He's like, "Cool, okay." So I paid him some, and then literally the rest of the taxi drive home, which is about half an hour, for about 15 minutes of it, when he was awake, Alfie was just an absolute fucking prick, like of the highest degree. And everything he said, I just had to keep giving the taxi driver more money so he wouldn't stop on the M42 and kicks out the fucking car. He's like, "Oh man, I'm getting food everywhere. I don't even fucking care. This is bullshit. Is he even going the right fucking way?" And like everything he was saying, back me up on this.
No, absolutely, it was. Yeah.
I don't remember a thing.
You're a fucking tall. But
I remember
honestly,
two people getting in the taxi and they go like, "Can we get in?" I went, "No, there's no fucking room for you."
There's two seats in the back.
seats behind. I was like, "Oh, sorry."
yeah, because it's like a 7-seater. So they got in the back, I was in the front, you were behind me, and I just kept giving him money. Because every time he said something, I was like, "Dude, please don't kick us out. Like, just get me home. I just
You
want to go
wouldn't
home."
have kicked us out.
I would have kicked you out. I would have kicked you out. The first thing he did when you got out of the car, because he was asleep, he fell asleep, we woke him up. I made him drop his stuff shorter as well so I could walk in. Just 'cause I felt bad for the dude. It was like, because you kept saying, "I'm getting food everywhere, I don't care, fuck this guy." Was the first thing he did was check his seat to make sure there was food fucking everywhere as well. But at that point, I ran out of money, like
think-
actual cash on me.
I think Amy said like that. I like just before I fell asleep, I went, "Feel this," and like rubbed a hand down my chest. It was just sauce that was just spilled all down my chest.
And then yeah, we went to go to a club, and they, were like,
lucky lady.
they wouldn't let us in, which probably was a smart decision. So we all went home. You got tattooed by Cenk.
I got tattooed by Cenk the
You
next
did,
day.
yeah, you sleepy boy, didn't you?
I was.
He was booked in for 2 with me, right? Got to 2, 5 past. And my head just fucking implodes as soon as I'm like, what the fuck? Where the fuck is he? Where the fuck is he? So I was mentioning it, and I was like, that little shit. Where the fuck is he?
Where were you?
And he was
in bed.
He was in bed. He was just, I had
At
to get.
2 in the afternoon.
I had
No,
to-
I woke up at 11 o'clock and I was like, oh shit, I'm late for my tattoo. I checked my phone died, so I opened my laptop up and I was like, oh, it's 11 o'clock. I can go back to sleep. My mum came up. My mum's like, was been proper ill the past weekend. She came upstairs like, Alf, wake up. I was like, what? She goes, you meant to be getting tattooed. I was like, yeah, it's at 2. It's all right. Yeah, it's 2:30 now. I was like, oh, why? She's like, Jackie just rang me. I was like, oh, what? They're calling round for me now, are they?
Yeah, I was sat there like a dick. Like a tit in the wind I was. Sat here with this design I'd drawn up for you going, all right, yeah, sound.
And then, we went to the fireworks, which was the whole of Tamworth was there pretty much.
See, this is what I find mad about Tamworth as a town. And I reckon every time I go into town, whether I'm getting something from town or like going to a shop or what, or I'm going for a beer, I never see the same person twice. Like, unless I know them, at the fireworks, I can honestly say that I didn't know one person there. And there was about 10,000 people there.
You saw Mike, you knew Mike. I saw loads of people I knew.
Yeah, but you know a lot of people. I don't really.
I saw my mum, but you know I know
I
her,
saw your
don't
mum.
you?
Yeah.
She's my mum.
Yeah, but I was looking around. I was like, I don't know anyone here, and I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah, but okay, Tamworth's got 80,000 people in it, right?
Yeah, but look, every time I go into town,
But
I see
also,
new
if
people.
you look at the amount, like, we only went so far in as well.
Yeah.
So the amount of people who could have potentially, because there's loads of people who would have gone that we just didn't see. Like, so that doesn't mean that they weren't there.
No, but it's like
It was a big man. But like, then you
And
go
it was-
like you
and it
watch
was
you go
nice.
on fucking Instagram the next day and it's stories and it. And
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
fucking Dennis
They were
was
there.
there.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
fucking they were there.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking. And it's like, and you're like, of course they were there.
Yeah. Oh, my
Oh,
favorite
for
part.
fucking
My favorite
sandwich
part of
was
that
there.
night was when we were trying to leave, and obviously when the castle was built, it was built to be fortified and stuff like that. And part of that was building bridges to get to it to make it harder for invading. It also makes it harder to get out of a fucking fireworks display, which
Obviously,
made it really
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
annoying.
You could see the
Oh, are you gonna?
the design on the bridges for the invasion.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it fucking bottlenecked. And you're
Yeah,
like,
no,
right,
completely.
If you were some fucking army coming to attack the fucking castle and you were going over that bridge, you're dead. 'cause
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
moving for shit.
yeah, for fucking anything.
a little gentleman's bet though.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
made a little
yeah.
bet because Cenk was like, "I know a quicker route."
Oh, I get it's that, and I just get a little bit restless.
Yeah.
Waiting.
So you guys went a different way, and we were meeting at a pub.
We had to climb through fucking trees to get
Oh, did
to
you?
our bit.
We did,
So
yeah.
literally, as soon as you left, because it went from 5 of us to 2 of us, because me and Becky stayed behind, we just kind of like nudged our way through, got over the bridge, and it was clear sailing from there.
Did you see that dude walk across the top of the bridge?
Yeah, yeah.
He had the
Yeah,
right
yeah,
idea.
yeah.
He did have the right idea.
I would have fell in though. if that
Yeah,
was me.
I would have
Yeah,
pushed him in.
definitely.
I was pretty drunk at that point already. We got to the pub, and I was halfway through my Guinness when you turned up, and your face when you saw me there was fucking priceless.
It's a good job we only
I
got
was
a
right
handshake.
about it.
You were fine about it, but Alfie's face was just like, fuck. Because you knew I was in a gloat, and I did.
I was about to walk back out.
You see, I got here quick, and I was like, I'm still in the pub.
Yeah, I was still here.
I'm
There's
fucking-
still beer here.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
That was a
And
good night as well.
Yeah, it was. And then I danced a lot by myself
Yeah.
because no one would dance with me.
I danced a bit.
You
but
danced a bit.
I was just not feeling the vibe because it's a shit fucking
I love
place
that
we went
bar.
to.
I would have danced if I had been there. You know, I'm a fucking dancer.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a dancing bastard.
Yeah,
when
I love
get
dancing.
going. You ever tell me when we went to Hogtown and I was possessed by the spirit of, I know what you're thinking, no it's not Sir Robert Peel, it was the spirit of James Brown
Oh,
possessed
okay.
me that night. And
Was he dead at the
literally,
time?
yeah, it was actually.
Yeah.
And someone actually walked up to me and went, Cenk, I didn't know you could dance. I swear to God. And I just was like, yeah, I can dance. I suppose I can tonight. Now I'm
Invested with the spirit of...
I mean, James Brown, yeah. So I did
Can't have
I
moves.
did kind of like hobble off, and someone put a cape on me. And then I went, wow, and come back. It was
that was
brilliant.
impressive.
It was
That
like
was good. That was
I
good.
went on it.
I got told when I was in Cambodia, I went to, there's a place called Pub Street, and it's like populated by bars, so unsurprisingly. And I was dancing in
It
there.
sounds like heaven.
It was amazing.
Pub Street.
There's a big neon sign that literally says Pub Street.
Oh, fucking sounds beautiful.
And it's just all bars there. And I was dancing in a club there, covered in UV paint. And there was a chick from Philadelphia who pulled me aside to tell me how great a dancer I
Where
was.
was this? Where
in
was it?
Cambodia.
In Cambodia.
Yeah, in Siem, no, in Phnom Penh, the capital, and no, in Siem Reap. And I literally, she pulled me aside to be like, "You're an amazing dancer," and I was like, "Thanks."
Yeah. I mean,
Yes,
I love you, man. You know I do.
I got moves.
But I've seen you dance.
I've got moves.
Yeah, I've seen you dance as well.
What are you saying?
Not great.
Oh shit! I've been told frequently I'm a great dancer.
Same.
Yeah.
Have you not seen my leg?
I mean,
No,
you
your
do.
fucking
You
legs
do
thing.
have rhythm. You're not rhythmless.
Okay.
I'm not saying
So
you're.
you question
I'm
my
not sa-
moves, the shapes I throw.
It's just a lot. It's a fair amount of the same.
I've
When it works
I've got
for you.
no dance moves.
When it
I
works
either look
for
like
you.
a fucking bouncer, looking over him, arms folded, just like
Bouncer.
I'm not having you sit here praise yourself because I've danced with you as well.
Yeah, and I can dance.
I mean, you can move.
I can. Yeah, I can move. I can dance.
I didn't mean it
I
like
can
that.
shake and I can shimmy.
We're clearly going to have to have a dance off.
Yeah. Oh, is that going to be a special?
No. Well, we're out. I tell you what, we're out on Saturday for my birthday.
Your birthday, yeah.
So we'll find a club in Birmingham
Club.
and throw some shapes.
Can we go up raw?
No.
Yeah, I don't want to go up raw.
I'm about to turn 39. I'm not going to Uproar.
Where else is there in Birmingham to go? Nowhere.
There hasn't got. You know what? I hate dancing to rock music.
We'll go Pop World then.
I like dancing to rock music.
No, the problem is every rock bar, we've had this conversation many times, plays the same fucking, like, there's only so many
Yeah.
times you can dance to King of the Name.
Yeah,
of
there's
before
a
you wanna
fair
shoot yourself in
amount.
the fucking face.
Me and you, if we're anywhere and Black Number One
Yeah.
or Typo Negative,
That's our song.
we're gone. And that song's 8 minutes?
No, it's 10.5 minutes long.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
So that's a good chunk
Yeah,
there, isn't
it
it?
is, but it's worth
I'd love
it.
to be like if
There is a radio edit which is like 4 minutes long.
no, fuck that.
Yeah, I don't want
Fuck
that.
that, you don't want that. But like, yeah, that's us.
That's our banger.
Yeah, it's a
It is.
fucking
No,
tune.
it is a tune.
No, fucking Typo Negative, RC.
The thing is, when I go out, I want to dance to hip hop and shit dance music.
When I go out, I want to listen to like liquid drum and bass
I know what that is.
Oh god.
or like chart music.
No, like, I don't mind some chart music, but I don't know a lot of chart music.
Oh, see,
I don't
love
mind
it.
cheesy
Yeah.
hits, but I don't like current chart music.
Nah,
I
see,
just
when
can't
I'm
get into it.
proper
Oh,
wankered, I love dancing to like chart music.
Like, if I'm drunk enough, I'll dance to like fucking anything pretty much.
Well,
You
Or-
just constantly get fucking like the Killers or some shit, and
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not fucking.
No, no,
listening
no,
to
no,
the
Fucking
not-
Killers.
not
Mr.
like
Brightside
that,
one
like-
more time.
If you find a soul night, I'm
There's a place in
dancing.
Birmingham called
Fucking
We
love
should go
that
to a
stuff.
speakeasy and just listen to some smooth jazz.
There was a
Night Owl, and they play Northern Soul apparently.
yeah. There was a bar by fuck, where is it now? Oh shit. Yeah, it's in Birmingham. It was in Birmingham, and it was fucking brilliant because it just somehow went from like they'd play like Stooges and fucking like really cool
Yeah.
stuff like that, and then like they'd ramp up, and then the rest of the night would just be fucking soul, and you could dance
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
fucking.
They're saying that
that's
I have,
good dancing.
I was recently
That's
told
good dancing.
that Uproar's clientele have got older. I think the main reason being the people who were there as children have got older and still go there.
There's
Is it still full of kids?
No,
I haven't been
it's
for
not.
fucking years.
I haven't been in a long time, but
Did-
the DJs are like 20. So
I mean, this was based on Halloween, and Halloween's obviously not a good example of any regular night out.
Who went last?
Of us?
Yeah,
What's it,
I
Uproar?
was 4. Yeah.
Oh,
Me?
mine was like
You,
10
when
years
was that?
ago.
like earlier this year.
Did they still have that weird hype man?
Dude, they have the whole stage is like there's like 4 girls just dancing on the stage,
They-
and then there's like one DJ with a villa top on.
I don't know if he's still there, and if he's listening, please stop.
Stop hyping.
But like, he'd basically just have a microphone. There was a DJ behind him, and he'd do that kind of like. You can find it in anywhere between metalcore to pop punk, where there's just the lead singer just bounces across,
Yeah.
and he's just going, but he's just a hype man
Yeah.
for the song that the DJ's playing.
Yeah.
So he sings to it sometimes, but then basically shouts, "Come on, lose your mind." Come on.
Oh, with a microphone.
Yeah.
yeah. He was there last
Yeah,
time.
I think my problem is though with those bars.
I'm not about
there's
that.
so much. The thing is, like with dance music, with hip hop and stuff, I haven't got as strong an opinion on a lot of it because I'm not like a huge
Yeah,
fan.
definitely.
So I'm more inclined to dance to something. Whereas in metal and rock, there's things I hate, which I won't.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. That's why I like dancing to not dancing. Well, yeah, that's why I like drum and bass music. I don't like drum and bass music. It's just fun when you're drunk. And chart music. And when I say chart music, I don't mean like the Killers. I mean like drill.
Drake.
And maybe not Drake.
I dance to Hotline Bling.
Drake's awful.
Why?
That's the only song I know by Drake.
It's
an awful one.
It's dire. But
My go-to is always Kanye.
it's because and Kanye and shit, because it's like it's just fun, and when you're drunk, you don't really have to analyze it. But when there's like,
So you see what I'm working with here?
I
No, but-
fucking love Kanye.
dude, if we went to a rock night and we was drunk and they played Black Flag or like Suicidal Tendencies or something that I
You
really
just
love,
want to pit.
yeah.
yeah, you would. But then you'd be like, then they'd play some shit
They play
afterwards. and you'd
Papa
be like,
Roach afterwards. And you
Yeah.
want
what
to
the
go for a
fuck, man?
cigarette.
It was so
And
good.
that's the problem. It kills momentum more because you're more
Yeah.
invested in the style of music
Yeah,
or the
yeah,
genre.
definitely.
Of
Can
music.
you remember? There's
I like
There
indie
were-
nights. Indie nights.
Indie
we
nights are
went-
rad. Yeah.
me and you. Sure, we went years ago. It's a gym now, isn't it? But it was a place in Tamworth above the bowling alley called.
Yes, it
what
was.
the fuck was it called?
Cube.
Cube, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway,
It was then on when I was a kid.
And yeah, it was Cubes then on what the fuck ever. But like, it was like a club, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And there was a- there
Johnny
was-
Doom.
It was Johnny Doom was DJing, and we were all on the dance floor, and he was playing like I think he was playing like fucking Rage and Sabbath and fucking decent stuff. And then over the microphone, he was like, "We all having it like the fucking
Yeah,
cheesy DJ shit," which is you put up with, don't you? Especially at the time, because
Just shut up.
there was nowhere to go.
Yeah,
Was
but
there?
just shut up.
I know, yeah,
Just play the songs.
I completely agree, but like there wasn't anywhere. Was that? I think
Yeah,
it was
options
maybe
were
just-
limited.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
So it was like you put up with it, and it was like, is everyone have a good time? And it was like, yeah, sound.
Did you use rock voice?
He did, yeah, because is everyone having a good time? DJ here, wow. But then, whoop doop doop, motherfucker.
Was he in a fucking Insane Clown Posse?
He was, yeah.
Was he a juggler?
I've got a story about that.
Okay.
But he then went. Does everyone want to hear? Oh, I'm not doing the fucking voice. Does everyone Does everyone here want to hear the new Bullet from Valentine song? And every fucking body went no, like, fucking everyone. And
Did
he
you
went,
play it?
oh well, I've got it queued up, so and put it on.
Why would you play it after everyone said no?
Cue something else up,
Yeah,
you twat.
dude, like have options.
You know what I mean?
Have options.
Yeah.
Or just be like, cool, I'm going to talk for 6 seconds more while I don't play this.
Yeah, exactly. And then like the bar,
I don't know
you
why I
couldn't
held a
get-
fake microphone.
then you
It was a
couldn't
real
get a
microphone.
point.
Yeah.
You couldn't get a point, and there was like fucking loads of smoke outside
Yeah.
because everyone was either trying to get a fucking beer
Or get
on
the
the phone.
fuck
or
out
go
of
and
there.
fucking smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst thing when someone plays a song that like fucking crowd like just kills the dance
See,
floor.
that's
entirely.
why cheesy indie music is great.
No, completely. Like especially like 2001 to 2007. Anything from then.
even later than that, like you whack Arctic Monkeys or The Strokes or Two Door Cinema Club or anything like that that's like boppy and in a
Yeah.
major key. It's great. It's
I
great.
think the thing for me as well, that was when I was in my early 20s. So I used to quite loads doing that stuff, and I hated it then.
but it's
Like, I
so
liked some of
good.
it, but like there's loads of bands from back then who I would never ever listen to or dance to. Now, for time, it's like the nostalgia element of it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm sold. I'd rather listen to that than fucking Bullet for My Valentine.
Yeah, 100.
Definitely.
But I'd rather go for a whole night of Two Door Cinema Club and The Strokes than a night of like half good, half shit. Because I know for a fact that I'm going to have a smile on my face the whole. But it's not like great music.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to a club to sit and analyse the music. I'm going to a club to get drunk and have a dance. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, right. I think this is a good question. Right. Who does everyone think of the rest of us is the your favourite DJ would be the DJ you'd dance to?
Genre of music wise.
No, I mean like I
so
think okay, Jenk thinks Alf's.
Oh, okay. Me.
You
Can I
think-
pick myself?
No, you've got to pick someone else.
Oh,
You gotta
me.
pick someone else. You got to pick someone else.
see, right, okay, so I went to the download pilot this year and they had Daniel P. Carter on Friday. Oh, fucking
No,
love-
he's saying one of us.
One of us.
Well, what's your favourite?
No.
Do you
Out-
know-
would you
out-
pick?
Out of
if
the
you
four
went, right,
people.
hang on.
Oh.
If you went on a night out and one of us was DJing,
Oh,
who would you
okay.
pick to DJ?
Jenk?
You said that with too much conviction.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
no, because
fuck
we-
it, I'm out with that.
Because we like the exact same music.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You would have said Jenk.
I'd say Alf because we listen to a lot of the same music.
Yeah.
Right. Jenk, who
more,
you saying?
more so that
Am I saying?
we don't.
Because you can't pick yourself.
It
That was your rule.
It'd probably be Alf for the same.
No one's going to choose me
hours.
because it's just going to be the fucking
Yeah.
Rolling Stones all the
all
time.
fucking night.
No,
all
no.
fucking night.
I don't know. I mean, I remember you DJing.
Yeah, but I
When we
DJed in a
used to
rock
bar.
bar and I was 15 years younger.
No. And You didn't let me finish. I remember you DJing at a rock bar, and it
I'm making
was really
excuses for
good.
myself already.
But I loved it when you were DJing. Like, there was tunes that I was like, oh fucking hell, man, he's playing fucking Faith No More. You know, like rarely in a rock bar anyone actually puts Faith No More on. You know what I mean? You have to ask for it.
Yeah.
So it's a difficult one. But I know that Alfred more likely play stuff. I don't know. I think you don't.
I think I would go Jenk.
I would find it hard to be a DJ and not want to play songs that I'd listen to.
I don't think it depends on the kind of night it is as well. If I had free reign over, like, no limitations on genre as well, I'd have a fucking ball, man. Like, because you can just drop Otis Redding, or you can drop fucking NWA, and you can drop.
Yeah,
those are two artists that everyone just like fucking Otis Redding.
Yeah, we were saying this about like how the scene in there isn't a scene in Tamworth, and there's barely a scene in Birmingham, but like. There is room for an alternative night in Tamworth. Yeah. I think definitely.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't want an alternative night.
No, but a lot of people do. And a lot of people my age don't want to go to Kudat and don't want to go to Vanity.
I realised in my last job I worked, I was manager of a rock bar, and I realised I hate most rock music now.
If anyone doesn't know us watching this, Sonny used to have a rock bar in Tamworth.
Yeah.
That was like a club night kind of thing more at the start,
started off,
and then it was a pub on its own, wasn't it?
Because we still had club nights there.
Yeah, and it was sound when it was fucking sick.
Like, it was called Club Vertigo. I had that for just under a year, and that was fucking tits.
Yeah.
I don't remember most of it because I was drunk perpetually for a year.
It was fucking great. I loved it.
When the pub opened, the dynamic was different. The dance floor wasn't as.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
I still loved it.
I liked it, but I liked it probably more because I owned it as well. So I had
well, you were saying. If I went to an alternative night, and I'm coming from a person that loves music a lot, I'd want to listen to metal music, but then at the same time, I feel like the crowd that listens to alternative music is open minded to a lot of other things anyway.
But this is where I was going because it was 3 years ago that someone else had put on a Club Vertigo night.
Yeah, and I DJ'd it.
And you DJ'd it.
It was a shit show.
And it was no one fucking turned up.
It was fucking awful.
So, like, I reckon it would. I reckon it would now more than then.
And I feel like if you did have a hip hop night or a techno night, something that isn't
chart music
remixed, because that's all you get is a remixed chart song. And or like if you had like a metal night, a rock night, just something that isn't the shit that we have at the two places that there is to go. It's the same shit.
We need a building like fucking Cuda where they've got an upstairs and a downstairs. So you can say right upstairs. We've got a metal downstairs. You've got you in like fucking Rock City or Mosh. And
you couldn't have an open genre music night because people wouldn't know what to expect.
No, but there's alternative aspects to every genre.
Yeah, I mean, with alternative music, the umbrella of that. Because the thing is, one thing, like in the bar I used to work at, like I used to always say to the DJ to play like Blondie or like Fleetwood Mac and shit like that, just because it's like you're not playing Metallica again.
Yeah, it was in the bar that you did it that all they used to play as well was like fucking, I don't know, like Siberian trip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was very, very niche shit.
Yeah.
Like very, cool, very trendy. No, but it's like, you don't go to fucking dance, do you?
No, you don't.
You go to look cool. And if there's only fucking, that's the truth of it.
No, it is.
Because like, that's the way it is. And they had the night where I was possessed by James Brown was one of the nights they did there that it was a soul night. Yeah. And it was fucking rammed.
Yeah.
It was, and I was like, I spoke to the guy running it. I was like, why have you not done another one of them? He was like, I was like, what's happening with your bar? And he went, you're not getting enough through the door, mate. I remember your soul.
It wasn't well advertised or anything though.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
And the problem is the bar's way cheaper downstairs, and you go upstairs and it's like, why am I paying £4 for a pint upstairs? It's £3 downstairs, and
still smoking in the same area.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get that.
There was a lot of flaws in the way that it was ran.
Yeah,
like
it wasn't just the music, but I'm sure that fucking. I remember I got really
the
pissed.
DJ booth as well. When I DJ, when we did the Club Vertigo reunion night, it was like a fishbowl because it's just like you're in a box. Because when I DJ'd there, it was an open DJ booth next to the dance floor, but now it was opposite, and you literally got a slither of like 6 inches, by like 2 feet. And
it was like when he was DJ, it was like that. Sonny was knocking at your door, and you. What was that?
It's the ghost of Sir Robert Peel.
I shit myself.
Oh.
Was that your ass? I thought an angry hound had wandered
I
in
thought that as well.
and started barking at your unders. But your unders. But yeah, like it was like you'd knock the door and to see who was there. You'd look through the fucking what's
and it was, and the problem is like you need to read a room when you're DJing. Like you have to kind of like get a vibe of what people are wearing, like band shirts and like that really help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if you got a bunch of like punks in the corner, like cool, I can hit some punk music and they'll be all right with it. When you lack that exposure to what's going on, you are just pretty much second guessing because you can only see this much.
But that's it. Yeah, you need to be somewhere where you can see.
The problem with that night as well, a lot of the people who went hadn't seen each other for like years, so a lot of people were just playing catch up with people and having conversations rather than dancing and stuff. So that didn't help either.
One of my favourite mates DJing stories is Morv got our mate Rich to DJ Morv's ex's birthday.
Yeah.
And we were all sat on this little stage at the front just getting pissed. There's like Rich is just and like Rich just plays
Michael Bolton.
He says, well, yeah, basically. But he calls himself, if he ever DJs, he calls himself DJ Strictly Bangers.
Okay.
Great.
So he's playing, you know, he's playing crowd pleasers all the fucking way. He's a good DJ. Like he plays fucking really good songs. But like then it gets to the point, Morv comes up and goes, right, Rich, we're gonna bring Chelsea, bring my ex's cake out now. Can you hang on? No, because I was gonna say these are the wrong ones. Oh God, what am I like? The fucking egg on my face.
Egg on your face.
But yeah. So Morv went up to Rich and said, "Rich, we're gonna bring my ex's cake out now. Can you get her up?" And she was at like, and it was like full of her family, both sets of grandparents, aunties, uncles, cousins, you know what I mean, few mates. And Rich went, yeah, sounding. So he was going, oh fucking hell, I can't say a name. Think of a name.
Pete,
Pete, come on, Pete, and like she weren't showing up. So then like Rich started going, Pete, come on, where are you, stupid bitch? And her fucking grandparents looking at Rich, he was fucking brilliant. I was sat right next to him, was like, yep. DJ Strictly Bangers strikes again.
The thing that used to annoy me the most, and the reason I never opened another rock bar again, is because I remember I used to always kind of like the last half an hour, or like the last half an hour of the last hour, the first half an hour of the last hour even. So if we close at 3 from 2 till 2:30, we just drop to like Sinatra, fucking James Brown, Jackson 5. And that always got like Grease Mega Mix. And that got a bigger reaction than anything metal I played all night.
Because it's
so I'm like,
cheesy shit.
why do I own a
Cheesy
fucking rock bar if people want to dance to Sinatra? Why not just open a bar where I can play fucking
that's why
Sinatra?
that's why I love
need
Rock City.
variety.
Rock City,
Yeah,
you've
but-
got the main room, which is like what's in now sort of thing. Then you got the other room, which is just like death metal art, and then you got the other room, which is all 80s fucking.
You
bangers.
almost need.
You've got that choice. Like, all right, I'm done with this. Let's go to that.
The best way to have it would be to have like a pull of, okay, this is a rock bar environment, but we're not playing rock music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
saying.
So the people
But
that
it's
are
like-
there
you said-
have the same mentality as you. They're dressed the same way as you. There's going to be no judgment. You'll be safe. You'll be fine. It's
Do you know what you need? You need a fucking skate bar. Because
Yeah.
that is the perfect community of people that enjoy
Tony Hawk soundtrack.
It's not even that.
fucking
Like,
bar.
it's not just it's like
Yeah,
rock
just
climbers,
girls on every
surfers. I think anyone who like is a bit
Subculture,
counterculture.
yeah.
Yeah, like those kinds of people. So it's getting the appeal of the venue where you get those people in, but don't have to cater to the thing they listen to all the fucking time.
Best name for a DJ, just because you're opposite of the DJ that we've mentioned a few times. The guy who's like biggest, DJ biggest hit.
Yeah,
Just go call yourself DJ Album Tracks.
DJ album tracks. Yeah.
Nice.
That
And
does
the-
need to be a thing. Like I'm so fucking sick of hearing.
Yeah, man.
Like
Yeah,
even like my
singles.
mate DJ'd on Friday night when we were at the Flap Out and he played Killing the Name Of, and I'm just like, there's like no one here anyway. Why? Just why?
I did drop quite a few Limp Bizkit tunes and I was happy about that.
Because you kept asking for fucking the biscuit.
Did I?
Yeah.
To him?
Yeah, well, no, I think I went to AstroWorld Blinding Lights and he played it. It was the first time I finally got to dance to it, but there's only two of us dancing, so it didn't really hit like I needed it to. And then you were like, asking for Limp Bizkit, so I asked him. I was like, my mate, like, he loves Limp Bizkit. So I think because of that as well, and because we danced to it, he was like, if I play it, they'll keep dancing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. If any shareholders watching or anyone that wants to.
What, in Limp Bizkit?
Oh, yes.
No, not in no one in Limp Bizkit you don't need invested in. I'm saying if you're watching the podcast and you think we're onto something here,
Yeah.
invest and we'll do the GOAT the goat sessions club night.
That'll be
That'll be fucking right.
Yeah.
That'll be
That'd be
fucking
sick.
awesome.
Yeah.
But I do think, honestly, like I've never thought about it that way before. It's having the right people in, but being able to have the freedom to play whatever the fuck you wanted.
No, well, we get fucking 100 odd views on these. 100 people come to a fucking club. That's
Oh, yeah.
that's more than cap.
And they'll bring their friends.
Oh,
They'll bring
that's
their
more
friends.
than
I
cap.
need to break the
Definitely,
fourth wall
yeah,
again.
their friends. Well, we
We'll
need to
call
wrap it up
we'll
anyway.
call it.
You wanted to do your sparklers.
Yeah. Can we do sparklers in your pub?
We'll probably set on fire.
Eat
first.
fucking we first.
Just give me 10 seconds. We'll do sparklers and go piss.
We've got nothing to put them out with.
Mate, honestly, they'll put themselves out in about 7 seconds.
They won't. I'm really needing a piss.
Oh my, go fucking. We'll be back in 1 second. Sparklers.
Fucking hell.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Welcome back.
to the last 30 seconds of
It
the podcast.
stinks in here now because Alfie just let some horrendous thing out of his body. So we're going to make this fucking quick.
Oh, shit.
What's the plan with this?
This is really anticlimactic.
And this is so visual. As well.
We're going to burn everything.
Right, we need you for all of them. Is that it? Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, fuck.
So thank you for
it's all
tuning
over
in.
the
I did
fucking
say,
mixer
watch your
desk.
equipment.
Oh, shit.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode.
I've built a bed. I've built a bar, and now we're on fire in it.
Watch on YouTube because this is so just not fun for Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
Tune in next week.
Yeah.
Follow us on
Yeah.
Spotify. All
I
those
hope
things.
this isn't the last one. 'cause
Happy
we're dead.
Bonfire Night.
Yeah.
And
Big up Guy Fawkes. Thanks for
Goat
doing
sessions.
that.
Oh, hang on. No, we ain't done one. We ain't done something.
what?
What's your
Hang
goal?
Oh, goat. Okay,
Hang
well,
on,
let these die.
Hang on. Right, let this go. Sorry, this is.
That was horrendous. The
Stick that in there.
Oh, it smells nice in here now, though.
It smells better than
Oh,
your acid.
sulfur.
Right.
Right.
If you've
Pointless.
if you've picked yourself up off the floor from that fucking excitement,
What the fuck is going on? In that?
So for the audio listeners, the can that we just put the sparklers into just emitted green fucking...
Yeah.
The fuck? That wasn't meant to
Light.
happen. That's really
Yeah.
hot as well.
Do that. Get some smoke rings. Look at that. Look
Smoke
at that.
rings.
yeah, video.
The health and safety in this establishment is phenomenal. It's
Yeah,
so
in a-
fucking
in a-
smoky in here.
a
now
wooden
as
In
well.
a wooden fucking pub.
I can't remember. I think it's this one. No, it's not.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it's this
Bear
one.
with us.
Tell us your fucking goat, you prick.
Oh, that's sick.
Did you?
I
Did
love
you?
that.
Wait,
Wait,
for the
wait,
last
wait.
bit at the end of it. Tell us your fucking goat, you prick. Of the week.
Of the week.
Of the week.
Right, what's your goat of the episode?
Oh, I can't remember what the fuck we spoke about.
A lot of shit, mate.
I liked the conspiracy theory shit.
I'm going with punching Nazis being the most acceptable hate crime.
Oh, motherfucker.
That's okay. You can
No,
do
it's a
something.
good one. No, I agree with it. But I wanted to say, my favourite bit was the idea of us doing a bit of a fucking DJ.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Ethically, I'm going to go with punching Nazis, but for the lols, we'll go with someone give us a DJ set.
Yeah, that can easily be done.
What we can mix it with a live podcast. So give us all mics as well, and we'll no,
Jesus
we won't do
Christ.
that. That would be
No,
fucking awful.
Why?
That would be the worst idea. But no, I'll be down for. I've got one more sparkler. It's going to happen now.
This is where we're all going to fucking die.
It's not.
And again, let's get. I just want to. While he's doing that for the audio listeners, tell us your fucking goat, you prick. Of the week. And of course, Mitch's. What's on your mind, Mitch? What's on your mind? What's on your mind, Mitch? What's on your mind, you tiny mind? Oh, see that?
Oh,
I love
that was
That's
magnificent.
brilliant. And then obviously, Trevor Nelson's Tiger. It's Alfie's top 10 of the week.
Right, we're nearly
Sonny
2
not
hours
one.
in, so let's just call it.
Okay, yeah.
Did Sonny not have one?
No,
Sonny did that, but he
I'll
was
let
here
him
when
do
I
them
did
all.
it. Yeah.
I'll,
Sonny's
yeah.
could have been.
Sonny was here when I did it.
Tell us where you've been around the world, Sonny.
Same old travel stories.
Oh, bye.
Right, thank you, bye.
Yeah, sound.
Peace
Chill
and
out.
love.
Cheers, bye.
Bye.
Love you, bye. Love you, bye.
Goat sessions!